Good morning. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Today's the day, right, boys?
Yes, Vista released today for Windows. I'm psyched.
No!
Oh, sorry. Look, I get a little laugh out of a tech head. Are you upgrading, my friend?
Oh, Vista, you.
He's becoming a regular.
Yes.
Louis C.K. in studio. And today's the day. Lucky Louie on DVD, man.
Yes.
Go out and get it.
Yeah.
Buy it. It's in actual stores.
Absolutely.
That's very exciting for you guys.
Extras. Commentary.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I handed out 10 to my friends over the weekend.
Oh, good.
I hope you don't mind.
I got 10 people that aren't going to buy it now.
No, they would have. Yeah, they would have bought it too.
They would have. There you go. Jesus Christ, though.
Huge fans. I'm like, oh, save the money. Here it is.
Trying to run a business over here.
Exactly what they don't want to hear.
That's all right.
But it's still getting the product out there for you.
Exactly.
Lucky Louie on DVD today. I don't know where you can buy it because Tower Records is closed. I guess
I know where you
Best
find
Buy.
it. Yeah.
Best Buy is a biggie.
Order off Amazon also.
No, I'm just thinking for the people that still like to go into stores.
There are people like that left. They're called old people,
Circuit
by the
City
way.
probably, right?
Yeah, Circuit City. That's a store I still go into.
Yeah.
Very few stores I actually go into these days. I do all my stuff online, but Circuit City I will go in. Place like Best Buy, I'll go in there because I like just looking at I like the smell of new electronics.
Yeah.
I just go around sniffing the electronics until I get chased out.
You guys talk about Barbaro, stupid Barbaro?
I was just about to say, we try to keep everyone informed because they're just waking up. And the story today is about a horse. Today's top story is about Barbaro. Poor Barbaro. We got soldiers dying every day in Iraq, but they're making a big deal about finally putting this horse to rest.
Well, you know, they kept him alive probably a lot longer than they had to, just to get as much studding out of him as they probably could. Some guy with a big glove.
That's what we.
I know.
Totally talking about it. They kept him alive for 8 months ago.
8 months ago
on the news.
And you know what? His injury, they should have put him down that afternoon.
Apparently, they played the clip of the beginning of the race before the race even started. He had bashed through the gate. And then they backed him back into the gate, but apparently it had already injured his leg. And then when the race started, he just completely screwed it up. Yeah. The ankle just went, whatever they call it, in the back. And on a horse, so many joints back there. Knees bent backwards. Really creepy animals. And he wound up screwing up his leg really badly. But they kept him alive. And a lot of people are wondering why. You know how much that is like an ATM machine, a horse ATM that is very awkward to withdraw from.
Absolutely.
And God knows what happened. He must have just run out, and that's why they finally decided to euthanize him.
Well, you're going to get the breeders calling in now because we said this one other time. They said that they can't do that.
Why?
They need him healthy. I don't know.
They need him healthy.
You don't get broken leg semen.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, look at that. It's a broken leg. And that. Believe me.
I think they were collecting
the entire time. Why else spend 8 months keeping this horse alive, knowing that it's never going to race again, and it probably won't even live?
It seems like an awful thing to I enjoy hand relief myself.
Who doesn't?
But if people just walked up to you at just random parts and they just started tugging, hey, okay, not exactly now, perfect. Okay, all right, I'm hard now.
Especially imagine if you're in the hospital in a cast and your leg's in traction.
Exactly.
And you're just like, all right, well,
come on,
what's up?
Right.
You're not making it.
Here comes Tom. You have info on this?
I have info on this.
Oh,
all right.
Thoroughbreds cannot be artificially inseminated.
Oh.
They could not withdraw any semen from that horse and use it. It has to be natural.
Why is that?
I don't know, but that's the rules.
Part of the rules,
right?
It's
the rules. I thought
that's
it was some
what it was.
biological thing.
No, those are the rules in thoroughbred.
So they were trying to get it healthy enough so he could do it the natural
way.
Put him out to stud.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they probably still collected just to sell for other things. They just can't use. They would genetically manipulate, probably.
I don't know.
Dip.
I don't know.
What are you selling it for, you idiot?
People to make horses like him, even if you can't have thoroughbreds, at least you can have a horse like that. If you can't race, you can still have it.
And who's going to know in the end if they,
That's a really big justification.
did it artificially.
That is true.
The horse's thing.
How do you kind of know at night, Do they do DNA testing on him?
I don't know.
Probably.
Perhaps.
I just know that's the rule.
That's the rules.
I was reading that yesterday.
Wow.
So,
Tom, with some pertinent information.
I want you to be factually accurate.
I will. Did you read my email?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
How are the braces?
Work enough?
Yeah.
Awkward still?
Yeah, it's definitely awkward.
Yeah.
Kind of weird when the boss has braces.
You have braces?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, closing in on the big 6-0 and got braces.
Are you in your late 50s?
Yeah.
That's cute.
I'll be 60 this year.
This year?
Yep.
We got to throw you a party, huh?
Oh, yeah.
If we're still around. All right, thanks, Tom.
Still around. Yikes. Speculation thread.
Whatever. Did Al dump out of the boss saying what he said?
Oh,
I'm sure he didn't.
How great would it be if we got an FCC complaint because of Tom?
What do you say, Al?
What do you say, Al? So they got rid of Barbaro yesterday morning.
I can't believe it's on all the news. It's a stupid dead horse.
Yeah, it's just one of many that die racing. I went to Belmont the first time. I used to bet at OTB because I had a job next door to an OTB, knocking tin, True Mechanical, another air conditioning job. Worked in the shop every day. We would go to the place next door called Doubles. There's a bar called Doubles because you bought one drink, they gave you two. Nice. So we'd go to the bar for lunch. Now, meanwhile, we're working in a shop, a sheet metal shop. So we're handling what amounts to 8-foot by 4-foot razor blades and machines that cross kink these things so it could take a finger off in a second.
Sure.
Every machine in there could just shred you. And we would go to the bar for lunch and just get tanked and bet on the horses. We'd go to the OTB next door and spend all of our like $350 a week that we made betting on the horses and drinking at the bar and owing the deli money because we couldn't afford to pay him that week. It was just an awful, awful situation.
Well, all those places are owned by the same guy.
Yeah,
obviously.
same guy who just giving them
place, open the doubles. And
deli doubles, OTB. We'll get all of this stupid tin knockers money.
Yeah.
And I bet on the horses and decided one day my brother says, let's go to Belmont. Belmont's opening day. Let's go down there. So I go down, make a big bet. It's my first, because everyone told me the first time you go to the track and bet on a horse, you win. It's just this beginner's luck thing. And it really does happen a lot. I've seen it happen. Went down there, bet on a horse. This horse is in the backstretch, and I see like a puff of dust from the track.
Oh, no.
And I'm looking for my number, nothing comes around. He just died in the backstretch.
He actually died.
Actually just died. Whether his heart exploded, his brain exploded, something just went. He died right in the back. And I'm just standing there with my ticket. And I was all excited. Yeah, go!
You should win something.
You should win something.
There should be a
window
special
for a dead horse.
If your horse just dies,
One of his shoes to hang over your door.
Can you bet that?
Luck.
There should be
win, place,
straw.
die.
Win, place, or die.
Yeah, it was a memorable moment at the track. But it happens all the time. But they're making a big deal of this because everybody got all into it. But like Oak points out, soldiers are dying on a daily basis, and
they're not getting the airtime.
They don't get half the attention or sympathy.
Nope.
Hey, we got to get into this. I can't even say his last name because I don't care. Daniel Negreanu.
Negreanu.
I almost had
Negreanu.
I almost had it.
Negreanu. I've heard people.
We had a run-in with this guy over. It's got to be close to 2 years. Didn't we go out there
It was April of 95. April of 2005.
April 2005. So
yeah.
We're closing in on 2 years ago, and the guy's still talking about his confrontation he had with us when we did a broadcast from the World Series of Poker. Was it in L.A.?
No, it was one of the World Poker Tour celebrity tournaments.
Yeah, Anthony, a big poker player. So we went out to L.A., and the deal was, throw Anthony into the tournament. And while he's playing cards, we would interview a bunch of celebrities that were also playing as they were getting knocked out.
Now, one of the problems here, the celebrities are fine because it was a celebrity pro poker player tournament. So one of the things, the celebrities are fine. These guys sit down with the celebrities and had a great show, great time and everything. The poker players now,
who wants to talk
these
to those
guys don't know anything about poker.
No.
I'm a poker fan, so a couple of the people I would have definitely liked to sit down and spend a little time chatting about poker. Poker kind of is taken off. It kind of fits our demo. I would have liked to have talked to Daniel Negreanu about some poker.
Well, where's the problem?
I was playing a
poker
tournament.
Talks stinks.
It doesn't stink. It stinks
where's
to
the
you.
problem?
It stinks to you and Jimmy because you don't play the goddamn game. It's huge right now.
Would you like to talk about the river for 20 minutes?
No.
Or would you like to hear me going after Ed Asner?
Right? That's what I said. The celebrity portion is fine. I'm totally into that. The Daniel Negreanu situation, I would have liked to have sat down with him and even 5 minutes just talk a little poker with one of the superstars of the game, Daniel Negreanu.
Here's how poker talk should go. How'd you do? I won. Cool. All right, so.
No, it's a thing. There's a thing. There's a whole vibe to it. It's like you guys just
fat dudes, and their wives have black eyes, and they're so proud of them. And
it's a very especially with people in our demo. They've taken to the game.
No, what was very dangerous was you leaving the show to play poker because then there's no filter whatsoever.
There was no good cop in the situation.
Trust me, Ant could be a bad cop as well, but in general, he kind of keeps things balanced at times.
In this situation, I would have, liked to have talked to him about some poker, and then you guys could have done what you do, and I could have talked to him about poker, and perhaps he wouldn't have left thinking like he was dropped into a snake pit.
Yeah, sitting in was Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan, which completely just let loose on the guy. Completely.
Saying how his ex was having sex with a black guy.
Yeah, because he had just broken up with his girlfriend, and instead of being sympathetic, Joe Rogan piled on and just gave this guy thoughts and images in his head that he obviously didn't want with a freshly broken up relationship.
Right.
Which he talks about yesterday on his blog.
Yesterday? This is almost 2 years ago.
Well, because he had another angle on it, so he had a recap.
Okay.
And the first 3/4 of his blog is recapping what had happened 2 years ago at the Commerce Casino in Los Angeles.
Were you on Last Comic Standing, Jim?
I did, back in 2003 or whatever, I did 2 episodes.
Okay.
Then he had to leave.
I had a contract. Yeah. No, I was going to do it at the time. I wanted to get in the house because I figured that most of the guys are not funny on reality TV. I'm like, where else can you be on television unscripted?
And
I wanted the idea.
How great would Last Comic Standing be in the house where a rape was involved? That would have really made the news.
So, and he's saying that Joe Rogan wasn't funny in the least. Well, Joe Rogan was hilarious that day at his expense.
Perhaps he didn't feel Joe Rogan was funny being the brunt of Joe Rogan. Right, yeah. So that's like watching somebody at a firing squad.
Yeah.
And the guy that's being shot isn't going, wow, that guy's a great shot. But the guy watching went, wow, he hit him right between the eyes, And of course he's not going to appreciate his humor.
Now I know who the guy is, but at the time I didn't know, didn't care, still don't care.
Kid Poker!
Still don't care.
Guy's huge!
So, we got to make some good radio, and he somehow lets on that he just broke up with his girlfriend, and that was the that was the end we needed. Yeah. And Joe Rogan destroyed him. And he could have walked away at any time, but he did not.
He was being cordial by
cordial
sitting
as
there.
We're talking about how his ex is getting banged by a black guy. That's cordial.
He even said that he was stunned. He didn't know what to do.
That's being a wimp that you're sitting there taking that.
But it was funny. It was like nobody was really attacking the guy for real. It was a goof.
Yeah.
Like that's what we do to people. That's what we do to each other. I mean,
I don't think he expected it.
Right.
I think he had done some radio, so I think he expected a typical kind of radio show. And that wasn't what we did. He said we came off like very unorganized and stuff, but that's the show.
Can I read that? Yeah. So this is part of his journal that was posted, I guess, yesterday or the day before. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm pulled in to be on the show, and it just comes off like a completely disorganized mess.
Yeah.
That's our show.
We kind of take that as a compliment because
produce it.
That's our show.
That is our show.
We want it to be where you don't know what you're going to hear next. We want it to be very unexpected.
And some people fit that environment very well. Other people, especially if they're not expecting it and aren't used to that, they don't take it very
It just seemed like utter chaos with no coordination whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I'd done several radio shows before and had never quite seen anything like this set up. Well, that's why we're more successful from all those other dumb shows you did.
We'll take that as a compliment.
You could put that on something.
You did a lot of safe radio where they asked you dumb poker questions and most of the listeners were like, "Who gives a crap?"
They just let you run your mouth.
Talk to him about poker.
Well, you got to really try to make sure the cards you have over the cards and that they're not other cards.
Right.
And then when the cards come, and hopefully they all match up and you get some good hand money.
And that's why we're successful. Those other shows aren't syndicated all over the two countries.
They all have...
So you get a card. How come your wife's with a black... What?
Right, that's what they want to hear. And Joe Rogan brought up a very interesting thing. You know, people break up with, girls all the time. And then do you wonder if they're banging someone?
You do wonder, but
okay.
you don't want a guy 2 inches from your face yelling that a black guy is having sex with your freshly broken up girlfriend.
No, I think you can defend that from it was funny, but not like, hey, it's a legitimate question. A fellow loses his girlfriend. Is she with a black guy?
It was funny radio.
You meet a poker player.
In our world, it seems normal.
I think that Barbara Walters would have asked that question.
Right.
I think that,
Yeah.
It was funny radio. Everyone enjoyed it, except for the victim of the whole thing, which was Daniel. How could you blame him for not enjoying that?
And then Daniel writes, they weren't prepared at all, didn't know who they were speaking to, knew nothing at all about poker, and had no idea what to ask me. I tried my best to make the best of an awkward situation. The one guy who actually knew something about poker was busy playing in the tournament.
I was being just taken bodily.
So then this Joe Rogan guy starts going a little batty. Not funny in the least, and I honestly believe I can be objective here because I don't mind poking fun at myself at all. He basically just repeatedly cursed and acted like a juvenile. His material was weak, and he masked that by just cursing more. I watch a lot of stand-up, and you can tell when a guy has no material when he overuses fart jokes and thinks that if he just curses louder and louder that it's somehow funny, and that no one will notice that he doesn't actually have any jokes. But he doesn't mention how he was talking about the black guy possibly banging his fresh ex.
Well, would you add that in?
Well, if you're going to write about it, then don't write about it. Anyway, fast forwarding a bit, he was saying nasty things. Okay, here it is. Nasty things about what became my wife. They're back together?
Yes, he got back together with the ex.
The guy didn't know me at all.
That's why he wrote this now. She made him write it.
We weren't friends.
You let them say that about me 2 years ago, and you didn't say anything?
Mm-hmm.
What are you, a wimp? Oh, jeez, I thought Rogan was funny. Now I got to write this.
The guy didn't know me at all. We weren't friends, so it was all just crossing a line. Well, at that point, he should have said something or just walked away. You just don't meet someone for the first time, invite them on your show, and then say the things he said. Oh, boy, then you don't know this show. And that's why we're successful there, Daniel.
He didn't know the show. That's true.
I didn't have a real problem with anyone else on the show. Jim Norton and I hardly spoke except for one joke he was trying to tell that I caught on to quickly. He was basically speaking gibberish with a straight face and was expecting me to try and answer it intelligently.
Remember that old gag?
Of course, his question made no sense, so I was like, what are you babbling about? He acknowledged that he was trying to get me, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, he caught me, and so I acknowledged it. It was like, for anyone that doesn't, I would ask questions like, listen, I mean, you're a poker player. Do you think that, like, a lot of times people will say that if you have more than one queen of a suit, it can be a problem because a lot of other people may not have a river card coming? I mean, is that more accurate, would you say, or less from the time that when you started playing?
What?
Just like nonsense, and most people try to answer because I don't want to seem stupid. But
yeah, sometimes you get a hand that, like, they completely don't answer the question, they answer something different. Yeah.
He caught on, and so to reward him, I jammed my tongue down his throat for a couple of minutes. That's how two men celebrate.
Fast forward. It all died down and went away until a recent broadcast where they were talking about poker and my name came up. I was then surprised to hear Jim Norton go off on me. I guess he listens to the show. I actually wasn't really offended, although several members of the forum seemed bothered by it. The dude is a comedian and his job is to try and be funny. In fact, if he truly believed the things he was saying, I'd be surprised.
You have nothing personal against the man.
No, to be very honest, I had fun when he was on the show. What annoyed me about him so much was the way he went back and trashed the show. It was like, cause to me, like, why would he read it like that? Like, I didn't take that, like, even Rogan being obnoxious, I didn't take it anything real. Like, there was no real feeling behind it. There was no, like, this guy's a douche. And then when he posted, like, it's a low-rent Stern rip, it's like, Jesus, why would you
Some people
just say that when you were there?
Aren't completely prepared for this type of thing react like that. They don't enjoy it, I guess.
That's fair, but I didn't realize it had affected him. I was actually very surprised that he didn't have a good time on the show. Like, why would you get pissed off?
I was too, because I actually wanted to get a picture with him. So I went up afterwards.
And it comes running back and I'm like,
and
explain what happened
went
to
on.
His hero.
But he seemed kind of okay. He is one of many very, very colorful personalities in the poker world.
Is he?
Of course. One of the biggest winners. He's very funny at the table. If you ever watch poker, a game that he's playing in, a final table or something, where there's a lot of the poker superstars sitting at the same table, and you kind of know their personalities and what they're all about. Yeah. He's very funny. He does imitations of the guys. He cracks some good jokes.
Really?
I think the guy's good.
Really?
Why can't I show appreciation for this man's talent at the poker table?
But those are the kind of jokes that it's like there's certain contexts where you're going to get a laugh because people respect you. Or because of the like astronauts when they're in space,
laugh at anything.
Anything they say is funny. Like any astronaut in space, hey, big blue marble, wish I had a hot dog, and the control room just dies.
Roger that, Aquarius.
Yeah, exactly. But do that at a club, and you get pissed right in your. Sorry.
Buzz Aldrin gets a bottle to his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't matter.
I love that.
You're on Earth now, funny man.
This is always interesting. For example, he actually was cracking, back to Jim Norton, he was cracking on my hairdo, which I found pretty ironic since it currently looks exactly like his.
I guess Jimmy had his head shaved at the time a little more. Yeah.
That's pretty ironic.
Well, did he change his hairstyle?
No. No.
It's just a little strange. I was actually a fan of his work prior to him chewing me out, so...
Oh, boy.
Should the fact that he was cracking on me change that? He writes, no, I don't think so. Unless it became hateful, I have no problem with being made the butt of a joke. Anyway, I have no beef with the show. Doesn't seem like my kind of humor at all, but to each his own. Having said that, I think this Joe Rogan guy has zero comedic talent whatsoever. Man, you don't know how to read comedy there, sir. Joe Rogan is hilarious.
I think Rogan hit him on a weird level.
Joe really slammed him.
I think Rogan really bothered him. Rogan said something, or maybe it was Rogan, because Rogan's like an alpha male. He's the type that just walks in and rapes other men. He's a savage. Joe's an ape. He really is just a big, thick-handed ape who rapes men. He's an animal.
Goon.
And I think that personality, that might have bothered the guy. Like Joe reminded him of something he hated, man.
And the last line, if you can make it in showbiz, that is undeniable proof that anybody, in capital letters, has a chance.
Well, see, it ends on a positive note.
Uplifting ending, right, yeah.
He read that wrong. I mean, Joe Rogan is very, very funny.
Of course he is.
But there's going to be those people that hate him.
I wish I was there for the interview. I think it would have been nice to sit and talk to the man.
The best,
2 minutes about poker.
The best, Anthony just walking back to the broadcast area going, all right, what happened? He just knew, because we're all laughing like little kids and stuff.
Because I'm taking pictures with all the other poker heroes and poker superstars, and then I'm like, I got to get one with Daniel. And it's like, where did he go? Oh, he left.
We were in a weird mood that day because everybody we interviewed, we really pissed off.
You.
Can we get...
Yeah.
What?
You.
No, Ed Asner was my fault.
Ed Asner.
Daniel was Joe Rogan's fault, and I remember one or two other people that weren't happy with our questioning.
Do we have the Asner clip? That was so uncomfortable.
All right, let's find the Ed Asner clip. We'll play it after the break. Yeah, he called me the Destroyer.
Yeah, and then actual Lou Grant used the F-bomb on you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to clean it up for this side of the show. But Jimmy was there for that.
I wanted to die. I was so happy that we got Ed Asner.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Mary Tyler Moore.
No picture for Jimmy.
Oh, no. Jimmy got one. I got one of him kissing my head.
Yeah.
He loved me just because I was kind of decent to him on the air. I was his savior. He loved me. After your destruction, kissed my head.
He did, didn't he?
Yes.
He looked me right in the eye.
I got to hear that because it's amazing to me that old could get bothered by somebody. You think,
He's been through everything at that point in his life. How could anything bother him?
Yeah.
Opie did.
It's amazing.
Well, he was boring, and I just had to kind of point out that he was really boring on our show.
Sure.
Right to his face, and he looked in my eyes. Oh, he wanted me dead.
He was not happy.
He was not happy.
Observation.
Can we get that for after the break? All right. Also, yesterday we were doing deaf karaoke.
Yeah.
It was because of Karen Meyer. We never got to the audio of Karen Meyer
story.
Reporting on Crip Slam Sundays.
Crip Slam Sundays.
Live performances by people with disabilities about their disabilities. So they got to use their
disabled newscaster.
Right.
Giving you that report.
Right. That's where it all began. And then we did deaf karaoke with bad 80s songs. Mm-hmm. And then we went with some Queen a little earlier. And Patrice O'Neill and Anthony did a fine Bohemian Rhapsody bit.
Just kind of goofing around, and then the production team just ran with it.
And made it into something.
And put music to it.
We'll get into that next. If we go into lockdown mode.
Lockdown!
We're going to go into lockdown mode?
We got to go to lockdown or else we get sidetracked.
Explain to Louis C.K. what lockdown.
Oh, my God, everyone knows what lockdown is. We get distracted. We're like infants in here. We can't, we're goldfish. We can't keep any train of thought for more than 2 seconds. So lockdown means no one comes in the studio. We don't comment on anything. We don't change subjects. We just focus on what we want to talk about when we get back from the break.
We don't talk to each other. We just look
Nothing.
Look at a piece of paper with what we're supposed to talk about.
What we're supposed to talk about when we get back from break. Ready? Lockdown. Lockdown!
It's an Opie and Anthony lockdown.
What hacks?
It's an Opie and Anthony lockdown. It's an Opie and Anthony lockdown. It's an Opie and Anthony lockdown.
It's old gag.
It's an Opie and Anthony lockdown.
Oh. You know, I saw this prison movie the other day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Really, makes you not ever want to go to prison.
Ruins the whole...
It keeps you out of trouble. It's the thing that keeps you out of trouble.
Hot prison chicks?
No, it was like guy prison stuff.
It wasn't Caged Heat.
No, the female prison movies are pretty good.
Yeah.
They're, the old ones. Linda Blair was in Caged Heat, and always portrayed the women's prison like...
Wait a minute.
What?
We're supposed to be in lockdown.
Damn it!
What happened?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Lockdown.
See, I forgot about lockdown.
Deaf Bohemian Rhapsody.
See how that happens? I completely forgot. That was talking to Louis
during the break?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't at all.
We weren't supposed to talk.
Not at all.
No, we talked a lot during the break there. We got some new Tire audio, too, that's just terrific.
Oh, good.
What a dummy. We'll get to that in a little bit. And E-Rock's getting the Ed Asner clip together for us. Cleaning it up so we make sure.
Gotta keep it clean.
What do you say, Al?
Gotta keep it clean for Al. Some of the listeners don't like the Al bit.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Go
it's just
screw.
a silly thing.
They just try to pick it apart.
Douches.
They listen and listen and listen and listen and go, yeah, that's it. I don't like that.
There's the Too Cool for the Room poster guys that are just, I'm kind of a fan, but
You mean the thing where you play that, what you just played?
Yeah. We
Somebody
played
critiques that?
Yeah.
Yes.
little of this.
Yes.
What do you say, Al?
Like, somebody went like, did you jump out of that one, Al? Okay, continue the show, Pookie.
Yeah, it's a great bit because we're on regular radio. It sucks at times, and you got Al down the hall. He's got to keep it fair.
And
keep
it's
it
Ted and I talking about Al Cervic.
What do you say, Al?
Caddyshack clip. How did you not like Caddyshack? You guys had...
And Al's got to make decisions from this little room down the hall.
Yeah.
And there's some douche out there that doesn't like it.
So we always talk about Al.
Enough with the Al.
Okay.
Which, by the way, makes us do it more.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
So it's backfiring on you, pal. Bohemian Rhapsody. So yesterday, blah, 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 blah. We did Def Karaoke.
Yeah.
And just a brilliant Bohemian Rhapsody done by Anthony and Patrice.
But then put to music.
After the, can we afterwards get to the Karen Meyer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that's where this all
Outta here.
began. We were supposed to play this audio about this time yesterday, matter of fact. And then the next hour was taken up with Def Karaoke.
Yep.
And this was probably the highlight. And now this is brand new because they took what the raw audio from these guys and put it to music and made it into a little thing you can buy.
Because we didn't really do it in order either. We were just blurting out parts of the song as they came to our memory. And then who put it together?
Steve and Derek.
Steve and Derek went into the studio, grabbed the music, and kind of picked and chose the little parts that we did and threw it together. So I think I give them a little credit.
Here it is.
Nice job.
The National Association of the Deaf and the Opie and Anthony Show are proud to bring you a heartwarming presentation. Stone Cold Deaf, a hearing-impaired tribute to the music of Queen. Listen and cringe as a room full of genetic defectives attempts to sing a classic Queen melody and fails miserably. God just doesn't want some people to sing. Shut up, cauliflower ears. Hey, candy dish ears, stop interrupting and let the other guy sing.
Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma
You're gonna wish your ears were busted too after hearing this. That's why each CD comes with a free ice pick.
Come in the house. You gotta get right out of here. I got to go. Got to go.
Call 1-800. Huh? What? That's 1-800-HUH-WHAT and order your copy of Stone Cold Deaf. $5 from every purchase will be donated to a special fund which supplies deaf citizens with alarm clocks, books on tape, concert tickets, and iPods. For more information on this compilation or how to get involved in the deaf community, go to www.godstrippedmeofmyhearingandmywilltoliveisfollowingquickly.com.
What a good job they did.
Yeah, there was a little distraction as we were playing that. What's going on near the window? I couldn't run over there.
Naked girl.
Ready for work.
Yeah, she's getting ready for work. She was naked.
Same one?
Yeah. And then we pointed her out. Well, I want Louis to get a little look at her. And then the second we pointed her out, she went into the bathroom. Yeah. And now she hasn't come out. She hasn't shut the bathroom door, though, because I kind of see the toilet. She'll be out.
You see a newspaper turning? Oh, she's going to be a while.
All I know is the door swung open and the binoculars were being handed out to everybody.
Oh, I know.
That's what I love about this show. Like, screw the radio show, Naked Girl.
Everyone had binoculars or all like peering.
The woman who never met her.
Wait a minute. I think I saw some movement.
I saw something too, I thought.
All right, well, get your binoculars there, Louis.
You know what you didn't see was shaving. Jesus.
All right, movement. Got movement. There she is.
Oh, there she is. Yep. And all the binoculars go up.
She went to the closet. She's going to pick her clothes out now and put them on the bed and step back a little from the closet.
Has she lost some weight finally?
No.
She's on the bike every morning.
What is she doing on the bike?
There she is. See? There she goes. She's putting on...
Stupid Louis in the wrong window.
You see her at... How could you miss her? She's right there.
What's wrong with you, Louis?
I know.
He can't figure out the binoculars.
There's an old woman watering a plant in the other apartment he's staring at. She doesn't shave at all. Looks like an azalea. That is stupid. Left.
Louis. Wait, you can't figure out how to, like... He sees it with his own eyes, but he can't match it up with the binoculars.
She's in that closet to the left.
I can't even use the binoculars because my hands are shaking a little bit. Like you don't realize how much you shake till you look at your binoculars.
Yeah,
isn't that amazing?
Let's go to Jared in Boston. Jared, what's up?
Focus, Deaf Reporter Audio.
Naked girl in the window, kind of.
Naked girl in the window, right? Trumps everything.
Yeah, it kind of.
That's the showstopper. What, Louis?
Get out of that closet, you naked whore.
I thought you were yelling.
Yeah, you really do start yelling things at her. Like, what are you doing? You're not showing yourself naked in the window.
Throwing pebbles at her window.
Yeah, come on.
I thought you were yelling at Steve.
She's a tease.
Yeah, Steve, put your clothes on.
Get out of the closet.
I hate her.
Speaking of deaf reporter, binoculars, we could actually use her ears and just peer through them. It would still be better than what she uses them for.
Let's go to Al in Jersey. Al.
Hey, what do you want, Al?
What do you say, Al?
What's up, Al?
What up, Owen?
Hey, Al.
Listen, man, that frickin' excuse me.
Oh, don't.
What do you say, Al?
Al has no choice on that one. What's up, Al?
It's a dump Al. Huh?
Let's start over again. Hi, Al.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
Listen, that Bohemian Rhapsody, that is awesome. You guys got to sell that.
Guys, sell. We'll just throw it up on the website.
No
there for
rights
you.
or anything.
Yeah.
We won't buy the rights. We'll just sell it.
Yeah, people will buy it. They won't go and get it for free. They'll actually line up to buy it because they couldn't get it off the website. What's the matter with you?
It's available at All Tower Records. You idiot.
Just that promo for that
That's
thing.
a terrible marketing idea.
$45 a disc. Wrapped up.
It would sell. It would sell.
All right, Al. Thank you. Let's go to Larry on Long Island. Larry, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Larry.
What's up, Larry?
Just wanted to tell you, it's kind of completely different than Naked Girl. It's Naked Guy, which is kind of, gay, and I'm not, just so you know. But I used to work in Manhattan like 5-6 years ago, and...
You're not gay, so you just tripped once with your mouth open?
And there was a bathroom, and across there was another building, and we were probably about 30, 40 stories up, and across to the other building, a couple stories down, there was this guy that used to sit in his grandfather chair, completely buck naked every day, all day, no matter what, just start stroking himself, facing up all the time.
I don't think they're going to let that through either.
No.
Why would you... Hey, I can almost understand looking once, because you don't know what you're saying. But why would you look every day?
No, I didn't look every day, but I just knew he was there every day.
How did you know he was there?
How did you know he was there every day?
I didn't know, you very gay man.
How did you know?
I have people living in my building, like they're 2 floors down. Actually, I told you one time I was watching sex. I was watching, all I could see was a guy from the waist down, and his hips were moving.
It's weird when you see that.
I saw a couple of, you couldn't really tell what it was, but he was having sex with somebody.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I see 2 gentlemen at the sink in the kitchen. I'm like, wow. So I wish I didn't do what I did watching that yesterday.
How did that story get hotter?
Wow. My wife and I were staying at the Lowe's Hotel in L.A., and it's got a courtyard, so you look across at the other room.
Yeah.
And we're looking across, and we had just been in a big fight, and we're looking, and there's a prom couple, high school kids in a tux and a gown, just entering a room and looking around and checking out the mini bar and stuff. And I'm just looking at them and going, oh, look, young prom couple. And in seconds, they're just banging really, really fast. And he's like really weird animal-y monkey sex, on display, fully lit, and my wife and I are just watching that and just depressed. It's like we're way at the other end of the spectrum. We're like, that'll never happen to us again.
Why didn't you just throw her down?
She
She might
might
have liked it.
excited. I'm just like, what?
You should have thrown her down. She might have liked the surprise.
Now I should have, and then just walked out the door and never seen her again. That would have been the best ending to that story. So I looked at my wife, I threw her on the bed, had sex with her, walked out the door, and I don't know what happened.
Haven't seen her since.
Lucky Louie on DVD, starting today, by the way. And,
That's right.
Yep.
And Louis C.K.'s in New York, doing some stuff. And you're not staying in the apartment.
No, I'm staying at a hotel.
Your wife is back in L.A. with kids, and what are you doing?
Well, my apartment that she bought with my money is too cold. And it's worse than any place I had lived in when I was in my 20s struggling. And so every time I get annoyed at my apartment, I just go check in it. I mean, it's Manhattan. I stayed at the Waldorf Astoria one night.
Great hotels. Very expensive, though.
How much is the Waldorf for a night?
Oh, my God.
$379. That was.
And that's got to be the cut rate room.
Oh, yeah.
That's the lobby. You sleep under the sofa in the lobby.
Is there any guilt associated with this?
No,
knowing the wife's back in L.A. with the kids?
No, because she's making me stay in this stupid place. It's just stupid.
And I'm sure you don't talk it over with her. You're just like, you know what? I'm out of here.
Where are you right now? I'm at the wall. Sometimes I don't tell her. Sometimes she calls me at a nice hotel.
Yeah.
And we talk. She has no idea where I am. There's no reason to tell her where I am.
It's like, oh, no, I'm at the apartment.
Yeah.
Room service.
Amazing room service. $300 breakfast bill. Yeah, help you. No, I checked into the Parker Meridian today because it's close to here, and last night I checked in there, and I got a king room, no smoking. Mm-hmm. So I go in there, it's 2 small beds, and it's a smoking room.
Oh, boy.
So I call down and I go, you gave me the wrong kind of room. And they go, we can't move you, sir. It's totally full hotel. And I go, yeah, but I asked for king non-smoking.
Yeah, that's a request.
It's really too late, sir. We can't do anything about it. And I go, well, that's ridiculous and it's unacceptable. Okay, sir, we'll move you to a king non-smoking.
But I thought...
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
It's just they're all such lying scumbags.
Yeah, you gotta turn into an a-hole so they do the right thing.
And how does the same room for one night go for like twice the price the next night? Like what happened in the room that made it twice the value of the it's still available. Yep. It's not a sold out night or something like that, but for some reason different nights.
Oh, man, they take advantage of the tourists around Christmas in New York. It's unbelievable.
After 9/11, all these businesses were just crying, please, someone check in.
Remember, they were begging people to come to New York and visit?
Yeah. Please
giving you cut rates on rooms and stuff.
Them and the goddamn airlines are another bunch of friggin' crooks.
Liars. They're liars.
They're liars. Yep. People are traveling now more than ever in history. Right now, more people are traveling by air than in all of history. And fuel prices at a low of what it's like $52 a barrel. It's down to at this point, and they're still charging more than it was when it was like $70 a barrel. They're still crying poverty.
Well, that's always fake. It's not like they look at the fuel bill. It's not like they're charging us exactly how much it costs.
It's like, well, let me fuel this 67 up and see what everyone's
best to have.
Be 250 people.
I flew to Sacramento, and I know the audience doesn't want to hear this, but I was actually in coach for part of the flight.
Stop it.
I know.
For part of the flight?
Yeah, well, I upgrade. I'm a platinum member, so I upgrade sometimes.
During the flight, you upgraded?
Yes, they actually stopped the plane on a cloud. LOL, give me those ribs, you. No, we had to connect through Houston, and so I upgrade on the second half of the flight, the crappy half, and I sat in coach. It's mind-boggling how I'm 5'6". 156 pounds, and I'm uncomfortable. It's like, how does anybody with a man's stature sit? It's like they're just such. They can't treat you like a human being.
They've put more seats in there.
They squeeze more seats in.
I flew back from L.A. once, and it was a 10 p.m. flight, and I'm in a bad mood, and it was full, and I had the one empty seat next to me, thank God. I'm on the aisle, and they're the middle seat between me and this guy. And this family gets on, a man and a woman, and they each have a kid in their arm. The woman scans the place and sees the seat next to me. It's not her seat.
Oh, no.
She marches over and says, you sit in the middle, I'm taking your aisle seat. And I'm like, no, this is my assigned seat. Well, that's an open seat, and you sit in it, because I have a child.
Ew.
And I go, well, I travel with my kids all the time. I had never made anybody move. I don't think you can't just make someone move because you have a kid. And she goes, fine, then I'm going to sit in the middle seat next to you, and you're going to have to deal with me and my kid getting up through the whole flight like that. And so I said, I'm getting off this plane. I'm just getting off the plane. It's just one of those things, I don't care the ramifications. I'm just getting off.
You just left the flight.
I just picked up my bag and I started leaving. And as I'm going through first class, the woman goes, well, we're going to close the doors. And I go, that woman's crazy. I'm not sitting next to that person. I'm just going to stay in L.A. I don't even know what my plan is.
Oh, God, I love
And she goes, just sit there, and points at a first class seat.
Oh,
just sit down.
Nice.
Upgrade. You needed a fix.
You know what you were doing also.
She served me the whole flight.
Oh, good.
Oh, I'll have the fish. And I it was great.
You should just look back. Hey. How's your kid?
Yeah.
You know what you were doing, though, when you were leaving? If you did get off that plane, you would have wished it crashed.
Yes.
You just were sitting there going, I hope it crashes.
Oh, I hope I get to tell that story.
Yeah. And you know what happened? I got off the plane because of that woman.
Yep.
And it went down.
That's
no
right.
survivors.
Hey, we're going to back up. We're going to back up a couple minutes here. Dan in Pittsburgh. What's up, Dan?
Hey, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
I worked on a job site that was right across the street from a high-rise dormitory. I know exactly what you're talking about with the naked women because it would almost shut the job down. Because you could see every day college girls, different floors, whatever. Every day you'd see a naked lady.
Yep.
Yeah,
a job site naked lady.
Yes, yeah,
one of the best naked ladies.
She's back now, but she's got clothes on.
She's got clothes on.
Her value as a human has plummeted to
nothingness.
Yes.
Who wants to even look? There was a job I was doing. It was a locker room. It was the guys' locker room. had to do an air conditioning job. So it was tile ceilings that I had to pop out. And then I realized the wall that goes to the women's locker room only goes up to the tiled ceiling.
Yeah, Porky's.
It didn't go all the way up like a firewall to the actual ceiling. So I was able to climb over onto the wall, make it look like I'm working, and took a piece of metal where I could then poke, it's made out of like a cork kind of thing. I cut it with my tin snips into a sharp point and poked the ceiling tile and then lifted it up. Wow. And I was able to just get a perfect view of the women's locker room.
That's awesome.
And nothing got done for days. Because then your like work partners, the electricians, everyone else is on to you. Yeah. And they're all taking turns. Let me look. And it's like, don't blow it, because the guy that blows it is the guy you got to beat up. Yeah. Because he ruined everything. And you're like, did you see that one? You get like, you give the girls names, Did you see Harry? Did you see her? But that was like a big part of the job, trying to find and see naked women.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to Taylor in Virginia. Taylor.
Zero attention span. Play the Karen Meyer audio.
Oh,
damn,
my
God. All right, we'll do that next.
Do you want to know what a shallow ass I am? When I'm flying home sometimes, I'm actually hoping that the next continental flight from that destination to Newark crashes, and like my girlfriend or somebody, not that I want people dead, but my girlfriend hears that the Sacramento flight has crashed and she's worried about me and she's panicked, but I'm on a flight that's okay, and then she's just so grateful to see me and have me alive.
Oh yeah. No, I always all those people have to die so that you get a little bit of nice, hey, she likes me.
Like, is that awful?
Just so you know for sure that she loves you.
No, I used to have, like, when I was a kid, I used to fantasize all the time that my parents would die so that I could go to school and everybody would pay attention to me. And,
wow.
And that I could hold that press conference that kids hold when something happens.
Oh.
And that my teacher would take me aside if you need anything.
What attention whores.
That's what I wanted.
That's why you guys are in comedy.
I always had I had to land the plane scenario.
Oh, really?
That was when I was a kid. Always. Like something would happen and only I could
that 11-year-old kid
solve
back
the
there.
situation. Yeah.
I have a feeling he's the one.
Not only that, there were like things where I had to, like somebody had some medical problem and I had to actually like operate on them on a bus or a plane or something.
Why would they go to you little boy?
Because it was like immediately something had happened. And they needed immediate attention. And I was the only one with the knowledge to do open heart surgery on a plane with a pen and, a bottle cap.
Before we took off yesterday, they get on the loudspeaker. Because we're still parked at the gate, and they go, is there anybody on the flight that has medical expertise or a doctor?
Oh.
In case of an emergency?
In case?
There was a woman on the plane who was having something wrong with her, and they thought she might have an emergency, so they just wanted to make sure there was a doctor on the plane.
How about get her off the plane now?
Yeah.
How about drag her off by her? Absolutely.
All right, listen, we're late, and we got to get the Karen Meyer thing in.
Oh.
So we'll step aside again, and we'll attempt to do it when we get back. We'll try this again. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Right back at it. It is the Opie and Anthony Show. We got Jimmy on the line.
Hey.
He's calling us Peeping Tom.
Shut up. Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy, what's up?
Yeah, guys, when I was in the Union, a few guys got locked up. Once you use binoculars, you're considered to the top.
Yeah, but we're not looking. We're actually bird watching, and there was birds flying.
Exactly.
That's right.
There was a bird that landed on the rail.
And everyone is a Peeping Tom, by the way.
Yeah.
If it's there, you're going to look.
Yes, sir.
Bird watching. The birds had left the nest, and we were staring at it.
All right, we could do a few things here. We finally got the Ed Asner cleaned up for this side of the Opie and Anthony Show. Should play for Louis C.K. because we started that storyline, and we got the Karen Meyer thing.
As long as we handle it nicely.
Huh?
As long as we handle it nicely. I don't want to poke fun at people who are hearing impaired.
Don't.
No. Well, the Ed Asner thing is
good egg.
It's quick, so why don't we do it? Because
all right.
we started the story earlier. It was
that fast.
We were at a poker tournament.
We're never getting to the deaf woman audio.
We might surprise some people. We were at this poker tournament in L.A. Anthony's playing poker, and it was up to me to just run the ship without him, and all hell was breaking loose around me.
Mm-hmm.
And Ed Asner was on our show. because we were getting top-notch guests that day.
Top notch.
And he was really, really boring, so it was time to try to get him off the show in a very, very professional way. So let's go to the audio now.
You trying to get rid of me?
Yes.
What are you doing, Ben?
Ben, sign language.
What's the sign language?
Ed, that's Ben, and
he's our producer.
And he decides when a guest is getting a little too boring, and that was the sign that he gives. And
more disrespect to Ed.
We're having a good interview with Ed Asner.
I can tell you, Anthony, that's the last time I'll ever be on your show.
There.
No, that was Ben.
I've suffered your insults enough, and I certainly wouldn't come back again. I'll be glad to talk to you about the Columbia documentary some other time when he's not around.
Can I talk to you, Ed? I'm a big fan. I love you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Be sure that he's not in.
I know he does this all the time. I'm a big fan. We're happy to have you on the show.
He's a destroyer.
He's a destroyer. He's like Gordon Gekko. He builds nothing. He liquidates. He's filthy.
He's greasy.
Yes, he is.
I don't want to smell his shorts.
He's a Sven
In quotes, I don't want to smell his shorts. Ed Asner.
Bravo.
The great Ed Asner. Thank you, sir. Very nice to meet you. Thank you very much. You're a destroyer. He calls you a destroyer. Wait till Anthony hears this on the replay. Oh, it was phenomenal. Hey, Jimmy, get back here, man. I start sweating. Ed, no, come on. Give me a handshake, please. Dude, Ed Asner just said oh, that's phenomenal.
Well, yeah, because then I'm like, all right, come on, just shake my hand. As he's walking away, he goes, go F yourself.
He cursed you out.
Basically what he said. Go F yourself.
Yeah, that's what was happening when I was playing poker.
It was just a mess.
There was no good cop to be found over at that interview table.
Not that day.
Well, he pointed out, when you point out the guy giving a signal, that's unprofessional, too, I have to say.
Right.
There's a guy giving a rap signal. You don't go to him, hey, why is that guy doing that? Well, this is all an illusion here. Don't be a jerk.
You don't point it out.
No, it's like comedians on stage when there's when you need a comedian, if you're hosting a show, you need a comedian to get off stage, you give him a little signal. It's just part, and then the guy sometimes will look over, oh, you want me to get off stage?
I'm off? Yeah. What, am I running too late for you?
I'm trying to get the crowd to go, no, let him stay. All right, I'll stay.
Sorry if the crowd was enjoying me and I was decided to, get off.
Get off.
Patrice.
All right, Karen Meyer. She's a reporter out of Chicago. She's deaf and she does disability stories. It's just terrific on so many levels.
They have to run subtitles too.
That's not exploitative, but if we make fun of it, it's awful. It's amazing.
So she doesn't report others. She just reports disability.
Right, just handicap stories. I know how great is this?
This is the modern day freak show.
Yeah, no, I think that.
But they make believe it's. If
they're going to do that, then the dark side has a right to take a whack at it.
Well, I think she should do it, but I think that she should be forced to wear like a Raggedy Andy wig and just kind of make goofy duh noises.
How can you not make fun of this? I don't get it.
That's so cynical. Let's get a deaf woman, but have her always talk about retarded people.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, she started
retarded people.
She started a series called Crip Slam Sundays.
We don't know what that is yet.
They're live performances by people with disabilities, and they use their disabilities or talk about their disabilities.
Still have no idea what it is.
All right, well, let's listen to the audio. Here's Karen Meyer out of Chicago.
The theater marks the return of Crip Slam Sundays. This is an innovative series of live performances by and about people with disabilities. Karen Meyer joins us with more. Karen?
Put that stuff up. What?
I mean, come on.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they run subtitles underneath because how are you understanding that?
Yes.
Yeah. You can't understand her.
Yes.
So why not just run the subtitles?
It's the news, and she's on. Why is she on it?
No, that's just, they're exploiting her.
She should only be on the news. They should pan to like a body in the street with a sheet over it and a stop sign that she didn't see that she just waltzed through. Or a don't walk signal like being shown.
You could still see, Jim.
No, but you couldn't hear the horn beeping.
Oh, right.
Okay.
The car barreled out of
Sure. Useless.
And about people with disabilities. Karen Meyer joins us with more. Karen?
Put that stuff up.
I can't get past that.
Did you call her Stuffy?
Oh my God.
What?
Here's the thing is that when somebody talks like that in any other context, like whatever, they're in a line and trying to get their Starbucks, it's not funny.
No.
Okay? It's just a person doing their best to communicate with a handicap. But when you say, here's a reporter, Karen Myers,
and now to Karen Myers. What? She's a news, what? Like there's some job,
funny.
I would love to be an astronaut. I probably couldn't.
Yep.
I don't fit the criteria.
I love that you said probably. There's still a little part of you thinking, you know what?
I just want to be an astronaut.
You know what?
That's all I ever wanted to do.
Little boyish Anthony.
I want to be a fighter pilot.
Yeah. But also,
it ain't gonna happen.
You don't have a fundamental disability that precludes you from that either.
Yeah, I probably do.
Yeah.
I'm retarded.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Don't ask, don't tell.
No, but it's like, I want to see her and her husband in bed at night with him with a megaphone by her ear whispering sweet nothings.
All right, come on, let's get back into it.
She's deaf. Tee.
Her ears don't work at all.
Oh, they're awful. They should have police tape across them. There's a crime committed by nature in here.
Karen Meyer joins us with more. Karen?
President Sophia, the solo performances by renowned Chicago actress Teki Lominsky kicked off the 2007.
Anybody?
Teki Lominsky?
Why don't deaf people always lisp?
What?
They always lisp. Why don't they know that?
Because they're all gay. Because they're all they are. It's just a weird coincidence. Two strikes by God. Deaf gay jerk.
I bet when they hired her, when she said she was deaf, they thought she was like DEF. They're like, all right, well, she'll help the blacks.
Wow.
And they're like, well, we can't fire her now.
She can't. It's not the type of job. It's great. A lot of people probably want to be newscasters.
You know what? If she pulled it together and you could understand her, even then it would be like, all right,
she pulled it together.
She's a really good reporter.
Yeah.
She seems to really dig in and get her.
She got the instinct.
Yeah, but there's no.
They're distracted at that.
They're doing it for shock value.
Yeah.
Period.
President Sophia, the solo performances by renowned Chicago actress Teki Lominsky kicked off the 2007 series of Crip Slam Sunday with a hilarious tour in a hot springs commune in Northern California. That is clothing optional.
When I first got here, all that was going through my head is,
all I heard was clothing optional.
Yeah, you know,
I guess what you're about to hear is a woman that's 3'5" and she has no problem getting naked, possibly on the stage, and then making fun of her body.
I guess.
Something?
All I know is the newscast is hearing optional.
You know, the other thing is, too, like, if it's supposed to be uplifting or, break a barrier for deaf people can't hear her either.
Yeah, they're not being inspired.
No, they can't hear it.
I wish I could be inspired by this, but I can't hear it.
If every deaf person got their hearing and listened to her, they'd go, please get her off. She's embarrassing us.
This is terrible.
So the hearing, only people that with hearing have to suffer that, and no one benefits except for the guy who runs that station who thinks it's funny is like we do.
Has a gag. Yeah, it's his gag reporter.
Well, the deaf people, because they lip read a lot of them, and they're probably watching going, who is this lispy, mush-mouthed idiot?
Oh, because she not talks.
What is she?
Because there are deaf people that can speak.
Yeah,
she's not one of them. Out of all, if you're going to have a deaf reporter, they probably audition people and they're like, she doesn't sound deaf enough.
Not
like
deaf
somebody
enough.
came in with really good.
Perfect one.
Yeah, but kind of like sounded too not deaf.
Yeah.
And they should have like the people with the Hubble telescope in their ears, hearing aids. Yeah. Like big hearing aids, and then you could pull it off with the talking.
Yeah.
You obviously know they're deaf because of the hearing aids, but they can communicate.
Right.
This woman, does she have hearing aids?
She sounds awful. That's why she.
Because that's what always amazed me too, is deaf people with thousands of dollars worth of hearing aid equipment and they still can't hear. It's like, why are you walking around with that?
You just want to walk up and bang cymbals next to their ears.
Yes, you're not hearing
Watch
this.
them not react.
All right. Let's get back to it. So this performer, she's 3'5" and she's naked, I believe.
Ew.
here, all that was going through my head is, these people are normal. I would say here.
If her parents knew, you know what would have been going through her head? A hanger. 3'5" as an adult, just buried alive.
That That is clothing.
Poor little feller.
When I first got here, all that was going through my head is, these people are normal. A little saggy here, a little flabby there. Different.
The 3'5" tall actress is sharing her personal feelings about her body image.
Right. How I was able to take off my clothes and feel good about myself.
Some kid stole the clothes for her Barbie.
I thought that it was going to be really weird because I'm different. I have a disability, so my body is different from other people's bodies. And then I realized once I took my clothes off, that put us all on equal ground, and the whole thing is really about
it made people
our
vomit.
souls and what's
Not the ground being equal. That's the problem. It's the tops of your head with other people's
knees.
Do you know what would be great is in the middle of that interview if some like foreign maintenance man just walked in and just picked her up and like opened a trash can and put her in and walked out while she was talking without any anger or rancor, just because
throw her away
because it's where she belongs.
Just very matter of fact. Just needs to be done.
Whistling, he ignores the camera and the lights and the person holding a microphone and just drops her in the garbage and walks out.
That put us all on equal ground, and the whole thing is really about our souls and what's inside and not our bodies at all.
Yeah.
Except for your body is the part people have to look at.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the freak show. Yeah. Because if you're getting up on stage and you take your clothes off, you got to be either a hot chick for people to be interested.
Yep.
Hot chick at a strip club or something. Or a freak that you want to see naked.
Yeah, exactly.
I would go to see this just to see a
3'5"
a 3'5"
inch girl naked.
See what that looks like naked.
Yeah.
See if everything's proportioned. See if it just looks like this giant like.
We did try that day.
Yeah, we tried to get a midget naked one day, and she ended up crying, and it was really just bad.
No, wait a minute. It's not awful. She called us and said she wanted to become a stripper.
No.
She never stripped before. She was a midget about 4 foot tall tops. And we're like, well, why don't you come in, try it out on us, and maybe we'll give you some pointers. We've been to some strip clubs in our day.
Oh, totally.
And so she gets on the console. We start up the music that she picked out, and she starts stripping. And next thing you know, she just starts bawling.
We're like, could you take
her fault?
Because we're asking her to take more off. She took like her top off, and she's in her bra and panties on this console, and it just looked like...
That's when it started to suck for her, just that one.
Oh, yeah. Because then we started noticing,
And we weren't mocking her. We were just fascinated.
Midgets' bodies, just things are poking out all over the place. They got those bow legs and stuff, and she's just standing there with those little Popeye arms, and we're telling her, all right, now lose the bra, and she's like slowly, and then we just see tears coming out of her eyes, and
the strap.
You know, I did a show in Buffalo with Nick DiPaolo once. We were working in some club, and as people are filing out past us after the show, and there's this midget, this woman waddles by, and she says to Nick, you were great. And then she looks at me and she goes, you were pretty good. Not that funny.
Oh.
And I realized, see, she's a midget and she got loads and loads, overload of therapy in her life. And they told her, you should just go out there and you're like anybody.
Say whatever you want.
Be confident.
Have all the confidence of everybody.
I wanted to tell her, everybody who loves you is wrong. You should be ashamed of your ugly little body.
They're faking it.
You should be too inhibited to talk to people, you small idiot.
You should have.
I just saw the video. It's up on opieandanthony.com there, E-Rock.
Oh, yeah?
Under Nicole Starr, the naked midget.
Why is it not up on that monitor?
We got her topless, actually. I don't remember it that way. I thought she... I guess when she finally realized what she did, she started bawling. This is her right here.
Was it any surprise that girl only liked half the show, Lou? Of course she did.
By the way, something interesting in the background. That's Colin Hanks and Jack Black. They were in studio that day.
Right.
And they are staring at a topless midget right now.
Her breasts are nice.
Look, there's Jack
she
Black.
Looks all right from what I can see. I don't have a point of reference. You need to have like a normal size person.
Yeah. You gotta have like a dime next to her.
She looks regular, then a toy poodle walks by and it's the same height.
Let's go to Ryan.
Great Dane.
We got one of these today. Ryan in Buffalo. What's up, Ryan?
Dane carries her off in his mouth.
I can't do this. This is just awful.
What?
It's unethical. It's immoral. You can't do it.
You don't mean that.
Uh-huh.
I do. Why would you do such a thing?
Are you still watching? Are you still listening to the show?
Yeah.
All right.
Say no
more. Say no more. All right, back to Karen Meyer. E-Rock, what are you saying?
In the audio for that clip, Opie's in the background he's laughing, he goes, "What happened to your father?" And I think that's what set her off crying.
Oh, no, you didn't.
No, stop. I wouldn't say that.
What happened to your father?
You absolutely would.
I don't know. I don't remember the circumstances. Maybe there was
It's out of context.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it was funny.
All right, Karen Meyer, Crip Slam Sunday started last year, so more info on this showcase she does.
The idea of having Crip Slam Sunday started last spring after Bodies of Work, the Disability Arts and Culture Festival. Sandy Shanner is the Associate Artistic Director.
What?
Associate what director?
What? She's got an ugly voice. Like you can hear the mustache in her voice. It's like an ugly voice. Just in every way, if you're picking someone to broadcast, this is the wrong person.
What did she say?
Associate.
Sandy Shanner is the Associate Artistic Director.
Oh, the spit.
We didn't want it to just fade away after the Bodies of Work and the huge push that had been for that festival. So we wanted to extend the events and hopefully extend the audience and bring them into Victory Gardens around the calendar.
Techies Clothing Optional is the first of 4 series scheduled for this winter and spring.
We hope to have maybe 5 events each year with different performers, different readings, different artists coming and talking about their work in different...
The applause in the back is when the girl put her clothes back on.
Finally!
What's with shit? Like, why so much...
I don't know.
Is it saliva or just earwax that had nowhere to go? Nothing to do?
The thing is that
just backing up.
You can't criticize somebody who's doing that. Like, the problem with putting somebody like that in that job is that you can no longer go like, is she a good reporter?
Yeah.
Does she have any skills?
Yeah.
She sounds lazy. She's not compelling to listen to. She stinks.
Yeah, there's no, like, emotion to her voice. She's not getting into the thing, like, you know.
The fact that God doesn't love her is only the beginning of the problem. After that, it's all her fault.
Let's go to Pat in New York. Pat, what's up?
Pat.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
All right, I got a great spin on this. You should have the interns try to translate what she's saying without the subtitles.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
How funny would that be?
Yeah, if you listen to her a few times, you can kind of get the hang of it.
Really?
A little. There are a few words that are impossible.
Well, you don't have that
like associate and director
You
before.
don't have that option when you're watching the news.
No.
You know, it works even better. People that can talk.
Yeah, people that can talk and actually be reporters.
Right.
It's just showing the rest of the reporters, too, like, wow, that I really don't have a job that is worth anything.
Why doesn't Karen Meyer get a job like working like, you know, in Madison Square Garden, setting up like the things that they have to wear their earbuds for so they don't get
anything you need ear protection for, she can do and save the cost of the ear protection.
She should work next to a jackhammer.
Jackhammer, dynamiting mountainsides for highways.
Yeah, if it's a tarmac, she should be waving planes and they wouldn't have to waste money on those things.
Imagine how weird that would be. You look out the window and go, wow, she doesn't even have those orange little headphones on. She's just waving the plane in.
Yeah.
Of course, another one's hitting her because you can't hear a 747 come up behind her. It snuck up on me. I bet it did.
Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Long time listener. Yo, that last caller that called up and said he was offended by what you guys were saying, he's probably a midget, number one. And number two, this is the funniest friggin' show I've ever listened to on the way to work, man. You guys suck.
Thank you. Spread the word for us, will you? That's how the O&A virus works.
Thank you very much.
Let's go to Jared in the Bronx. Jared.
What's going on?
Hey.
Just a quick question. When she talks, is it like that bouncy ball on the bottom to translate the road?
Follow the bouncing ball.
Follow the bouncing ear.
Just an ear with the red circle and slash through it. Just bouncing off the word.
All right, we got the last clip here for today. Karen
Thank
Meyer
God.
is deaf, and it makes me laugh, whatever that means. We'll find out, I guess.
Crip Slam Sundays is part of the theater's Access Project, which is responsible for making the theater accessible for patrons with disabilities.
We want to make sure that everyone can come.
Yeah.
Anyone with a disability can come and enjoy the Crip Slam Sunday presentations.
The sun's out. Oh, come on. Take off that swimsuit. If I can do it, you can.
keep it on. You're a freak.
Starts at 7:30 p.m. at Victory Gardens Greenhouse. You can always go to our website, abc7chicago.com. It's this Sunday, January 28th.
All right, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Go to our website. I always end up, it's like a porno site. I screwed up. I got like spyware on my computer now.
It's like somebody threw a bunch of consonants in her mouth. Tumbling out every time.
You might as well just punch the keyboard and add .com because that's about what she did.
She said,
right.
Gargling with alphabet soup. Could you say something of substance, you silly goose?
And the reporters, the other newswomen, they seem bothered coming out of that story. Like, oh, thanks, Karen.
Thanks, Karen.
When is this gag going to be over with?
Who wants to watch a 3'5" woman naked? Pedophiles enjoy that lady. She's terrible.
All right.
Like I said, freak show factor, you would want to see that, but there's no artistic thing going on where it's like, wow, people are really, like this woman's delusional. She's like, wow, you know, I'm so confident, and if I'm naked up here, it shows that, look, we're all the same, and we have, no, it's sitting there going, I want to see a freak naked. That's it.
The value of naked people on stage is very basic.
Yeah.
There's no nuance to that.
Yeah. No.
You're either, aroused or laughing.
Or laughing hysterical. Right.
You're not learning.
You're not learning.
Yeah.
My mind is just broadening with that naked midget.
Fantastic. I'm learning something about myself here.
We got a request coming in from Craig in Florida. Craig, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Love the show. Yeah, I just want to hear you guys do David Caruso do a Karen Meyer.
Karen Meyer
style.
/ David Caruso?
Yeah.
Let me think there.
I have no idea what to say as Karen Meyer.
Doesn't have to make sense.
Oh, Mephank, it's not much to say that, but
All right.
As good as you get.
We'll play What Did We Learn on the Opie and Anthony Show.
You little parrot.
Maybe get into Tyra Banks a little bit. Don't forget Lucky Louie on DVD starting today.
Get it.
Louis C.K. in studio today. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Anthony in Forest Hills, you're next on the Opie and Anthony Show. What's up?
Dude, you guys, that was the funniest thing I ever heard in my life. But listen, at the end of that bit, the funniest part of that bit was when she returns it to the newscasters, and it's almost as if the newscasters picked up the jellyfish, and they were like, oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, they were very annoyed that they have to be part of that circus.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, they sounded very...
You got to play that again. It's hysterical, guys. See ya.
All right.
Quieter.
Yeah, we'll try to get that on. And then during the commercial break, we're watching the local news here. We want to be informed. We're a morning show. People want their news and their weather, sports scores, and all that crap. So we try to work it into the silliness. So we got 4 or 5 news channels on. We got the CNN. We got Good Morning America. We do a little Fox News channel over here, and then we do a couple locals up here on this wall. And Fox 5 here in New York did it wasn't even a short story. It was like a 5-minute story on roller skating.
Yep. On roller
Gay guys roller skating.
Gay guys.
And she's talking to him, and they're going, see how there's wheels on the shoes, and you roll around.
You roll.
Really? Wheels on shoes
called
now.
Skating. It was that indoor, skating, like old school style, not with the inline
But it's
skates.
just this woman was at the pitch meeting for the news show and said, I'd like to go over to that place where they roller skate.
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll send you right over there. Okay.
Drive through all those neighborhoods full of poor people who with interesting things going on.
Yeah, right. You're the news, stupid.
All right, take truck 5.
Nothing
set yourself
going
up
on.
with a crew.
Right. And
nothing going on in New York City. We have, like Anthony, Opie was saying, there's a war going on.
Yeah.
And,
nobody
cares.
Well, if there wasn't a war going on, maybe you need to fill up the news with some dumb things. But, I mean, we're living in some pretty interesting times, and you still go to the roller skating story?
You know, I might not even be able to come up with the things that you could do a story on, but skating is probably so far down on the list.
And if you want to keep it light, there's something with Iraq soldiers. There may be some kind of light.
Light?
Hey, no.
Light artillery.
No, obviously.
The only light thing.
Obviously, there's horrific things going on, and we're over 3,000 dead, but I'm saying at least make it about the war somehow.
How about the
I don't know.
People like if you're going to do special interest stories, do them about a town in Iraq, like or Fallujah, like little fun things that they do for entertainment. Yeah. Like, here they dig a dirt bunker and they hide, and the children run around with bombs strapped to them. Something cute.
And Louis C.K. was saying during the break that he would love to just take over a news channel.
Oh, it'd be awesome.
Just a news station.
Just go to like
crappy little
go to like whatever, Buffalo or Dayton, Ohio.
Hey, we love Buffalo.
All right, Dayton.
Go with Dayton.
Or Houston.
Youngstown.
Buffalo suffers enough.
Youngstown, Ohio, take their lowest rated local news and just say, just give me the station for 2 weeks. Don't tell me what to do.
Know nothing about news.
You'll be number one in 3 nights.
I guarantee you're right. You're absolutely right.
If you had no regard, but you have the same equipment, you have vans with satellites and all that ability.
Stuff.
And press passes.
Yep.
Like
we're gonna, wherever you want to go.
We're going to go to the city council meeting and just shout, shut up during the entire, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or just cover, just go to somebody's house, a random house, and say, we're doing a week of features on this person, and just bother them.
A week? Just bother them day after day after day.
Now we want to talk to you more about what happened when you were in high school. Nothing happened.
At least that wouldn't be faking that you're making a difference and informing the people, because this is just entertainment.
Yeah.
And that's all it would be.
No, it's even worse in small town. Like, I live near Albany, and I get the Albany local news, and everyone's doing the same story about some guy who moved into just broke into an old lady's house and basically lived there, raping her, eating her food, and watching her TV for 3 weeks.
It's great.
And then finally somebody came to visit her that didn't love her enough to come 3 weeks earlier. And they went, oh my God, who's this guy that's been raping you all this time? And she's like, thank you.
Hello.
And all 4 stations are there talking to her and the guy, and that's all there is.
I didn't know the neighbors. No, something was going on there, but she was always very, she never really came out a lot anyway.
Yeah.
It's when they find the crazy cat lady. She's been dead for a month, and you realize, was there anybody that called or?
Cat feces up to the window.
Yeah, that's always good.
Right.
Stories are so common, too.
We got today's PSA.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, very, very serious.
We do work here.
Yeah, very serious. We try to get things done with our airtime.
Yep. Okay.
Shira and I want to talk to you about something that's very personal. Your body.
Remember, it's your body and no one should touch you in a way that you feel is wrong.
I'll get anybody who tries it.
It's not that easy, Orko.
Hell is that?
It's hard for a young person to admit that he or she has been touched in a bad way.
If you've been touched that way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor.
She was very badly raped, you see.
Right, Orko?
Right on. Victim of the modern age.
And in the next scene, they should show someone confessing, I was touched, and then none of the adults believing it. You're a dirty liar.
Shut up, liar. You're just trying to ruin my relationship.
You're just trying to get some ice cream.
Your stepfather pays the bills in this house.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
What is that from?
I don't know. You missed the last
part. What are the characters?
About talking to some
clergy.
Well, they didn't mention priest though.
They didn't say talk to your clergy.
It's He-Man and She-Ra.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That way, don't be ashamed. Tell someone you trust, like your parents, your doctor, your teacher, or counselor, or your minister or rabbi.
Minister or rabbi.
Right on.
Not a Catholic priest, though.
Right. Don't ask them because they might masturbate to the story.
They say, you're a rabbi or a priest. They show a rabbi, but the priest is hiding himself under a coat, being led away. Police officers.
Don't tell a priest. He's going to ask for way too many details.
That's right. Visit your priest in prison and tell him about it.
Talk to the priest, and the kid points at him. That's him, Mommy.
Well, you're confessing to your priest. And you go, remember when you and I did that? Confess to your priest if you can find out what parish he's been shipped to quickly in the middle of the night.
Yeah, priests move like sports teams move. In the middle of the night when no one's looking.
Get him out. We traded him.
Right. Jeez. That's a great point. Just change their name. Close them down, change their name, and get them back up in front of
Put them
everybody.
in another church.
We couldn't call the cops. He had a no prosecution clause in his contract.
It's really true that the Catholic Church, if you look at it from that, I mean, if you landed on this planet and looked at the Catholic Church, you go, so they exist to have sex with boys.
Yeah.
Like they are.
That's what they do.
The greatest boy sex network ever. Everything they do facilitates sex with little children.
With children.
Thing.
Yeah.
Aliens would say that, and and they run the whole planet because apparently they get away with it.
Yes.
Too, so.
Tax deductible boy sex.
Hey, let's go to Jay in Florida.
Awesome.
Jay's got a confession. Jay?
Yeah, awesome. I tell you, at least 80% of the gay community skate, and you really haven't made love to a man unless you've done on a pair of skates. There's like no work is required. You just roll.
You could have just ended that sentence with us before the skate part. You really haven't made love to a man.
Yeah.
Just stop right there. Skates don't really come into play.
Well, it's the whole part of the skating that's interesting. All right, go ahead. You talk. Why would I want to chime in? It's all about you.
Go ahead. Get your thing in.
Go ahead, sir. Finish up. I didn't mean to interrupt with a joke attempt.
Yeah.
You go right ahead and keep barreling
perish
through.
the thought.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Come on.
What were you trying to say, Jay?
I was trying to say that, I strongly agree with, like gay roller skating is just fabulous, and I'd love to see Jimmy in a pair of roller skates and short shorts.
Is this, try to make a bit guy?
I don't know.
Is he trying to... What are you doing, sir?
Yeah, you want me to cut the back out of my shorts and learn to, touch my toes and skate backwards, sir? What's the gay roller skating mean?
You're obviously not a gay roller skater.
I'm off on my way to work here. I really am.
Do you realize that we almost had a perfect radio show?
Wow.
Almost.
We're so close, and then your call.
Right.
It's going to go into the books as a 99.9% perfect show. Oh, shut up, Jay. It didn't work.
You
Move
stink.
on.
You stink.
I wanted you to sign my balls at the Buzz.
You stink.
Good day, sir. Good day.
He's getting dumped out of. Stupid Jay.
He's getting dumped out of. He just,
What didn't get dumped just
should have been
dunk.
We were hoping
was
to
a dump.
We're hoping to give the people one last laugh before we got out of here.
Yep.
He didn't
now
even
that's
talk
not going to happen.
Now that call should be treated with radiation.
Didn't even talk like a deaf lady.
No.
We're going to have to go old school just to get a laugh out. It's Marty in Connecticut.
Hey, what do you call a gay roller skater?
I don't know. What do you call a gay roller skater,
Faggot.
Marty?
Rollade.
What?
Rollade.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's
Well, sir, the
1986 joke.
well, Rolaids are actually technically used for acid indigestion. I don't see how that ties in.
True. I didn't even look into it logically like that.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh, look at the music came on, Opie.
Yeah.
Hit a button.
That Jay, we all bombed after Jay called.
Yeah,
that's right. Just was
he
a
sucked
human
the energy
vacuum.
out.
What a way
That's
to end.
it.
We want to end on an up note.
That's right.
Today.
You want to laugh today? Here's what you do.
Huh?
You go to the store. You pick up Lucky Louie.
Oh, look at that.
And you pop it in. And you've seen an episode. You go, oh, okay, let me watch it with some commentary. That's what I do now.
That's right.
Very good.
I'm not a good plugger. I just go, that's right.
It was terrible.
Louis C.K.,
Had
thank
some
you.
energy.
Thank you.
We got to get out of here, guys.
All right, we'll see you on
See you
XM
tomorrow.
side.
Yeah,
and tomorrow here.
Sure.
Yes. Bye.
All right.
This is really how it ends? This sucks.
You gotta give it a good ending. A good ending.
Good. Good out. Good out, Jim.
Hey, take care.
Careful out there. Except for Jay, I hope you die within the week.
How about, hey, thanks to everybody, except Karen Meyer.
Oh, forget it. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. It's been real. It's been nice, but it hasn't been real nice. Waka waka.
See you tomorrow.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
They are the most vile, despicable human beings in the country. Creeps, ankle biter.
Obviously, the strength is their ability to turn mistruth into something people would believe.
Wow, how long is this guy going to continue to babble and say nothing?
All day long.
Shut up.
All right, here we go.
Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's worse than I imagined.
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
We are a bunch of dopes.
I think we're lewd.
We're probably pushing 20 arrests because of this radio show.
Out of touch cornballs.
3 retards.
We have the effect of Tylenol PM.
Opie.
You know I could have been a model.
Anthony.
I'm gay.
James Norton.
I like yogurt.
Robert Reed.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
La 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 la. See if they get this right. Just send someone out for the Vista.
Oh, you getting the Vista?
See if they get it right. I bet they don't.
Nah, they'll get it right.
There's 18,000 different versions.
So you guys don't do a walkover anymore. You play a 15-minute bit, and then EOG, what's that? Elite speak. Oh, Ecstasy of Gold for another 10 minutes. Why even do an XM show? It's obvious you only care about the FM show.
Right. Okay. There you go. What's his name?
Eric L.
Dainsy.
Who?
Just another uninformed dope.
Oh, God, are you an asshole?
From Whackbag. Whackbag.com.
Is he? Is he really?
Probably not.
So,
douche.
If we're just calling in the XM show every day, don't you think we're going to be in deep trouble with our bosses at XM Satellite Radio? They're very happy with what we're doing, you dope. You think we're so great at radio that we can just call it in and no one's going to notice and we're not going to be thrown off the radio eventually? You dope.
Because of him, I suggest, and I mean this, we do a call-it-in show today for XM.
Oh, fuck.
Here it goes. I'm not doing shit. I'm going to fucking relax and not work like I do every day when I come in here because that cunt has just accused us of calling it in. Let's show them calling it in. Here's calling it in. What do you want to do? First of all, I'm not even going to be professional on the mic. I'll just go like, what do you want to do today? Jimmy, did anything happen?
I want to promote Houston this weekend.
Okay, plug a gig.
I'm doing the improv.
There you go. That'll be great radio.
This Thursday through Saturday.
Don't let your real, and I'm serious, your professionalism will jump in and Opie will go, no, we got to do a show. I'm fucking serious because of this cunt rag. I don't want to fucking do a show. I'm sitting here and just...
No!
There we go.
No! Yeah, that's a joke, son!
There's phoning it in.
Get Aristotle.
There you go.
Shut up!
There you go. Only another hour and fucking 40 minutes of this left.
You can keep doing it. It's going to be great. It really was. It would be great.
All right, that's our first break. Now let's take a fucking commercial. Because we're phoning it in.
We don't do commercials.
You dumb fuck. You stupid fuck. See what you did? Look what you do now. Look what you fucking did now.
Fucking idiots.
The only guy, his mother has 2 holes and shit comes out of both of them.
I just hate...
You did something good.
Sorry.
I just hate dumb, stupid people, and there seems to be a lot of them on Whackbag.
What a cunt.
I'm sorry, Whackbag, because you guys do a lot of great things for the show, but there's a lot of dummies that you allow to just control the place from time to time. We can't phone in anything. Do you understand that?
Phone it in. If he was going to phone it in, it would be a day off.
Do you understand?
You call up and go, I'm not coming in. That's phoning it in.
Do you understand that we just can't do that even if we wanted to? Because eventually they'd be on to us and we would not be doing a show. We wouldn't have our own channel on XM. Can't you think through some of your stupid thoughts sometimes, Steve? How about this? This morning at 5 a.m., I had the phone in my hand, and I said to myself, I'm too sick to come in today. And I was going to call Ann because I know he's just about ready to commute. And I'm like, all right, I'll even save him the drive instead of getting the good news when he gets to work.
Yeah, that would.
And then I'm thinking, you know what? We're not in a position right now to take any days off. We took a lot around the holidays because of shit that was happening with Jay Leno and doing a speech for the big boss and then taking our normal vacation. I'm like, fuck, I am really sick and should have just taken today off. But I know we just can't in the overall scheme of things. So I dragged my ass in, and then I said to Anthony at the other office, I'm like, Ant, would you mind if I just went home after the first part of the show? Because I really just need to rest and get myself together before this turns into like a week of being sick. And then something got to me, and like, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do the second half of the show. So then they decide to help me out personally by playing a longer bit that no one has heard in probably 5 fucking years.
Right.
And this Dainsy has to fucking go with the old gag. You know, they're calling it in bit.
Calling it in. Good job, you douchebag. And no, I'm not starting to promote FBA either. It's the same animal. You people think all these. It's fucking. You know what? FBA.com, the full-blown AIDS site, and Whackbag alike. That stupid Star Trek episode with the guy with the half white face and half black face, and the half black face, half white face, Frank Gorshin, where they're fighting, and then they ask him, what are you fighting about? You're both half white and half black. He goes, but he's half black on the left side, and I'm half black on the right side. It's the same fucking thing. You could go there, too, and see other shitheads fucking with the same input.
By the way, the XM show has been better than the first half of the show lately. And then, you know, by a week or two will go by, and the first half of the show will be better than the
depending
XM show.
on them. Yeah.
But no, that's just how it is.
It's how the show goes. And then they're like, oh, they're paying more attention to the FM. Oh, they're paying attention to the XM show.
No.
Oh, they're giving up on this. Oh, they're phoning this in.
No, we have to pay attention for 5 to 5.5 hours a day, depending if we're staying late or not.
Guy's infuriating.
And then you get other guys, why don't you go until noon? Because we don't have to go to noon. They want us to go to 11. When we go past 11, that's because we're having fun or we're trying to get something done before we go home.
I'll get a real fucking job if I want to work that many hours.
Yeah. 5 hours a day is a long show.
Some sympathy here? I doubt it.
Dainsy, you're a piece of shit and you know it.
Yes, you are.
You're a piece of shit.
I have a question for Steve.
Use your fucking brain.
Raise your hand then, Jimmy.
We can't call in anything.
Steve's
ever.
busy. Steve, call on Jimmy. He's raising his hand.
I'll wait till we're done. I have a question for you about somebody pointing something out to you. That's all.
All right.
It was a humor remover. That's why.
Oh.
What were you wearing on your back before? Microphone, please. Microphone.
Why would he have a mic?
What was I wearing on my back?
Why would it be on?
Why would it work?
And now once it's on, we're like, why was that turned on?
Why is he speaking?
I believe I was wearing a Post-it note.
On the back?
Said what?
On the back of my leather jacket that said Gay Police.
No,
yes.
I didn't put it there. I just saw it, and as you should, I found it amusing.
It's funny.
But now
it was on during the elevator ride and everything.
What happened to that thing?
It got pulled off by Poe, I believe.
Fuck it. Why?
You see?
Oh, boy.
Why?
I don't know. Perhaps he was being considerate.
That's what I was... Why would you
inconsiderate to people
do
that are laughing at you, though.
I didn't like.
It's inconsiderate. And what is the good of the more?
Why would you remove a gay police sticker from a gay cop's back?
Wait, Hato.
You never passed the police test. Paul, what?
Why would you do that?
I caught part of it, so I didn't.
What did I do?
I didn't know if Steve had seen it.
Did you pull off a Post-it off his back?
I just saw
like Karate Kid music.
I just saw Steve walking away that said "gay police" on his back.
Yeah,
I found it very amusing.
Hysterical.
Now
it was funny,
and it was on the whole elevator ride up and everything. Yeah. People saw it that didn't even know, and the walk over.
And even if you saw it after 3 times you've seen it, it still made you go.
Of course, it's funny. Yeah. He's still a fan.
Still with the policeman.
Gay police.
Why would you take it off his back?
It was great. It was funny. I loved it. I laughed also.
So why'd you take it off his back?
Yeah,
I thought it was one of the guys that did it. I didn't know. Who did it?
I don't know. I didn't do it.
Well,
dude, it doesn't matter if an intern did it.
One of the guys did do it. I'm sure it wasn't actually the police commissioner. He didn't give an honorary sheriff's assistant.
And it's a weird way they do it secretly. Yeah.
See, that's one of those jokes that doesn't really have a time frame. It could go for all day long.
Yeah, really?
All day long. Yeah.
Well, it's almost like you don't want to run up and go, "Hey, fella, you almost got kicked. Look at this sign on your back." You kind of wanted to keep it on.
Get kicked all day. Wonder what happened.
Yeah, I was like, why would he take it off? Like, I didn't know why. I I wasn't angry about it because I saw it and laughed at him. But I'm like, one of the guys probably did do it. Maybe probably Travis or
of course,
or fucking
was it Sam?
Sam,
of course it was. He's evil.
Yeah. I can't take credit for it this time.
Was it Travis?
It was Danny.
It was Danny?
Danny did it, I think.
Danny.
There was a guy on the elevator who, when Steve walked off, said, I didn't even know there was a gay police. Without even talking to him.
Yes.
Apparently,
They're the same.
honorary member.
So what happened?
Your handwriting is awful. I can't read that.
I don't know. That's just my nature. I try to.
I know
humor. Help as much
I
as
know
I can.
you're a protector. We get it.
Serve, yeah.
No, but that's weird though, because it wasn't that's almost like someone. If someone said 2 Jews walk into a bar, he'd walk in the room and go, "Well, who do they lease it or own it?"
All right.
Well, I just want to get to the bottom of it. I didn't know why.
High doses of Post-it glue can be toxic, gentlemen. I was saving him.
All right, Paul.
And I have.
Thanks for making the show safe.
I have.
Jesus.
There he goes.
Hey, Dainsy.
And after we wrap,
Hold on. Dainsy, first of all, is not a guy. It's a girl. Dainsy.
Oh, it's a girl.
Hey, cunt.
How you doing there?
Hey,
you old dick ditch.
yeah.
You're bleeding, so we all have to suffer.
How you doing?
Well, what Daisy? What was that about?
What's up, bloody
Okay,
twat?
guys. It was not me. I just got out of a meeting. I get back to my desk, and I'm getting all sorts of messages saying, "Oh my God, you ruined the show."
Someone doesn't like you.
Okay, so it was somebody using your name. Okay.
Yeah, that happened.
Wow, that's real brave for the person that's using your name.
Guys, I can't even hear the show at my desk.
Guilt
I get
by
no signal on my
association.
Wi-Fi.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Still enjoying hating you.
Yeah,
Fuck
I know.
off.
I really didn't like you.
Yeah.
I can't just snap out of it now, even if you're totally innocent.
Doesn't matter. The mob's got the rope around your neck. Spank the horse in the ass and watch you hang.
Exactly.
You cunt.
I felt
Yeah, at this point we gotta hang
For
somebody.
nothing.
Yeah, it's your fault. Sorry.
Well, I heard that Anthony called me a very vicious name, so I had to call in and defend myself.
What did I call you?
You called me a cunt.
Everyone called you a cunt.
The world did.
God did.
But the difference is I love you, Anthony.
But it wasn't.
It doesn't. In the world court, you're a cunt. It's too late, even though you did nothing wrong.
It wasn't you. It was whoever took your name.
Somebody doesn't like me, so I just felt like I had to call in.
Now there's controversy. Coke Logic saying that another board is sending an instant feedback.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
half black, half white. So full-blown AIDS is battling with whackbag. We know this battle has been going on for years and cost thousands of innocent lives. It is the dumbest thing.
It's amazing.
Message board fights are hysterically stupid. This one's blaming this. There's soap operas that go on.
Amazing.
Board gossip. Razzle
No, it's
dazzle.
amazing if you go, like, if you're trying to find out something like you're trying to buy a digital camera.
Yeah.
So you go on some message site to find out if the Sony CyberShot is decent. And you
some
read
advice for
Sony,
people
you
that
know,
have used it.
yeah, and the username is like knows cameras or something, and he's saying, last time that you insulted me, and then Joey whatever nickname, and how dare you come? I've been on this board since before it. What the fuck? Does anybody talk about cameras?
Trying to buy a camera.
They trash it. The Sony's a piece of shit, and the guy's name is Ted Cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
I have girl questions too. Whenever we're.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
All right, so just use your brain. It's all we're getting at. Hold on, we can't call in anything. It's impossible. It's like we're untouchable or something. We make the rules and we could just like call in radio shows. Are you nuts?
Someone's called the situation with the girl a cuntastrophe.
Right. All right. What's your question there?
Louis just had a very funny line too. I said,
shit.
I have girl questions, and Louis said the dick goes in the cunt.
That's all you gotta know. Don't put it in her nose.
That's what it was.
Cunt.
Why whenever I pull it out of her fucking pussy is there earwax on it? Wait, I see.
Stick it in her cunt, come, and then walk away.
All right, what do you got, Jimmy?
Let's just say you're talking to a girl. Let's just say that it's a girl that you're in love with or whatever. And I'm not saying this happened with my girlfriend. I'm just saying if it ever happened. And you're talking about an experience she had that she said sexually was not good.
Right.
Like, man, I really felt bad. It was like, ugh, it was gross. And then you're at dinner talking, and she goes, I just remembered, like, I came 4 times during that. But it was really repulsive.
So she came even though it was bad?
Wow.
That happened to me one time years ago.
She brought it up.
No, well, I had actually...
How did it get brought?
Wait
a minute. You mean something that happened with her and somebody else?
Yeah. What happened was this. I was dating a girl once who had a sexual encounter. She was talking about it. And
what was the sexual encounter that she
just had sex with a guy? I mean,
how
it really was nothing
was
major.
it brought up?
I ask sex questions.
Oh, okay.
But I forget how.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm crazy.
You ask a girl
You
about
are
sex she's had
nuts.
before.
Why would you torture
And
her?
she said it was bad before, and then she later said she came 4 times during it.
But she said it was bad. Not bad like a rape, but just like, ugh, I felt gross. It wasn't enjoyable.
But she came 4 times.
Was it because of? I know you don't want to get into specifics, so we'll go. No. I see how far you want to go. Was it because of who the person was, the location, the sex act? Like, what about this situation was repulsive to her?
I think it was the person that she was hooking up with. I think she wasn't that. Again, I didn't get into all the details. I think it was like someone that she wasn't that attracted to, but just kind of liked as a person. I think it was more like that kind of vibe. Like it wasn't. It was completely consensual, but it's like it wasn't any type of
Negro. It wasn't like a Negro.
No.
Just thought I'd throw that out there.
No, don't put that thought in my head. No. It was just like that, and it wouldn't have been a big deal if she enjoyed it. It was like years before we met. It was nothing.
So what's the problem?
My question is, it was not really a problem. It was like, it was really gross, and then like we were talking about something.
How much later? Did hours go by or days go by?
Oh, like weeks.
Weeks went
and
by.
And then saying I was reading something I wrote about it at the time. Like, kept, like, a diary or something, and goes, I came 4 times. I didn't even remember that. Like, I didn't remember that happened.
So she remembered it being gross, but then looking back at her records.
Her records of
the fuck.
I went to the Hall of Sexual Records.
It says here I came 4 times. I'm so surprised. I remember
but she's still saying she's like, maybe you don't understand, but it was like, to me, it was like a weird reaction. It still wasn't a sexy experience to me, even though I did. Like, I kind of believe her, but
here's my question for you: Is this does this concern you, or are you just curious about
More
it?
curiosity. I don't know if it concerns me or not. Is it a threat to me? No. I mean, it was long before people ever knew each other.
If you're trying to learn something about your girl, if you're trying to understand. Did you ask her about it, or?
I don't know. It's not actually the girl I'm dating now. It's an old girl.
Of course.
Years ago.
Of course.
I don't know. Dude. It's just fucking sex freaks me out, man.
It's kind of he doesn't feel threatened by it now,
right?
But there's something about it that isn't sitting right, because you were told it was this repulsive kind of thing like that, yet her coming 4 times in some way makes you feel like you're not doing something you could be
coming
doing.
Isn't always a positive. I mean, I was getting blown by a hooker in a condemned building once. With like a broken window, and I thought I was going to get mugged because she had some weird friend in the next room. It was a really bad situation, and I came, No.
That girl later became my wife.
That's right.
But I'm saying, like, I was even at the time joking with her, and I'm like, you don't, like, just a word of advice, you don't tell the guy you're dating that you came 4 times with someone when the guy you're dating has never made you come 4 times.
Oh, I see.
You don't.
What? You're asking a question.
No. I know. That's what I'm not mad. I wasn't mad then. It was
you haven't broken that record, that barrier.
I don't know what it is. That's what I can't give you a logical answer.
Are you sure she wasn't kidding?
Why would you ask the...
That would be hysterical. Yeah. What a great joke to play on Jimmy. Just to sit there and laugh and go, I bet this fucker is toiling over this.
I don't know. Why? There's like a certain line you go through.
Have you made her come yet?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean,
But not 4 times. Is that really the thing?
4 times by having a lousy fucking time.
Yeah, like, I just, it's almost like, I don't know. I'm in therapy now. I went back to therapy, so I'm like going through all this weird sexual questions and stuff. Not like, but just like bizarre, like what do I like sexually? Like, am I a pervert? Do I want to spank somebody? Do I want to be gentle? Like, I don't even know when I'm turned on half the time. It's like I'm such an addict. I jerk off so much. I'm having this weird stuff with
Your therapist
sex.
can't wait for you to come in.
Oh, I'm late. She's never complained. Don't worry. Sit.
You're the kind of patient she trained for.
Oh, yeah, I'm a mess. She told me.
Everybody else is like, my boss did something weird today.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Right.
Get Jimmy in here. I just fucking have a hooker shat in my mouth. I'm not sure how I felt about it.
Is it kind of a...
Well, Jim, let's talk.
I can't believe you asked the current girlfriend about her past.
I know. Wow. She said to me, she goes, wow. She goes, I've never had a guy ask me these questions before.
That's
and
good.
a part of me does it, like, part of me does it because...
most guys out there would not ask.
But a part of me is like, a part of me, A, likes to hurt myself, so wants to hear bad things. But if there's a weird OCD thing I have, which you'll get, it's like, I almost feel like it's dishonest if there's a fact there. Like, I almost like, if it's not spoken about, it's dishonest. I know that sounds crazy, but it's like, if I'm fucking a girl, right, and she doesn't think my dick is big enough, even though she loves me and she's enjoying sex with me, if she doesn't think my dick's big enough, that's a fact. So it's almost like I don't want to be patronized by not being told that. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
that's all problems inside of your brain.
You're probably right.
If you're fucking a girl,
oh my God!
All right, this is Jim's brain.
Okay,
he's fucking a girl. What you should be thinking of is, oh, pussy around my dick. I can't wait to come in her stupid mouth.
Yes,
that's all you should be thinking. But you're thinking, I know that deep down inside she thinks my dick's not small enough, and if she would just tell me instead of this facade. I'm screaming while I fuck her. You're out of your mind.
He probably puts it in and looks for this reaction.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get it, he's thinking, is my dick too small for this girl? My dick's too small. And she's not being honest and telling me. And his ideal situation would be for her to go, Jimmy, your dick is just not big enough for me. And you'd be, the honesty, thank you.
No, but I'd be devastated.
Like, of course you would, that's what I'm saying.
You're digging in her subconscious mind and in her past for something to bum yourself out with.
Yes.
You have a beautiful girlfriend that is funny and that loves you.
Yeah.
And you're looking for some shit.
She told me that,
You're looking for some crap.
Yeah, what are you fucking looking for?
She said, and I quote, why won't you just let me love you?
God.
No.
That's simple.
Because my dick's too small and you're a whore that came 4 times with a guy you hated.
You're dishonest.
But she said to me, she goes, why would you, she goes, why do you think you don't have what I want? The point I'm making by telling you this stuff.
You don't think you deserve it.
I pretty much know that it's me. I'm not an idiot. Like,
pretty much.
Here's what I
know
would
that.
say to
You
you.
could be absolutely sure.
Here's the good news. Is that you're a little more conscious and aware than somebody who just says, fucking whore doesn't like my dick.
No,
you're aware that you've got to, you're trying to figure this out, which means you probably
and you are, you're a lot more fucking, like, reasonable about this stuff than I think you used to be.
Because I know her well enough to know this. She doesn't cheat. She doesn't fucking sleep around. She never, like, I know all these things that I actually know. I don't just believe because she said it because I know it. So it's like, well, if I'm having these thoughts, it's got to be fucking. I'm crazy. Like I'm fucking. Sometimes I think I'm fucking. Like I'm like not crazy in a fun way, but then I'm like crazy.
You're trying to take a good thing away from yourself.
Yeah, maybe that might.
You've spent a lot of your life coping with being unhappy, and now things are going for you. You're a talented comedian. You got a career. You're actually starting to take care of yourself physically, and you've got a girlfriend, and you're not used to that. So coping with good life is hard if you don't have the skills.
I keep waiting for things to end.
So you're trying to go to a comfortable place, which is misery. Because you've given yourself a life of comfort in misery.
Your therapist is Louis C.K.?
I know. It's fucking awful.
What the fuck happened?
And he can't wait for Wednesday afternoons.
but I fucking, it's almost like, I know I've talked about this stuff before, but it's like, I know I'm not alone with it. I know other guys think it. And I don't know if it's just part of my personality or part of being a comedian, but it's like, I just say it. I mean, maybe it's just part of my personality, 'cause I'm sure non-comics have this shit too.
Yeah.
Like a friend of mine told me he used to bang his wife, and he would want her to fantasize and talk about other guys. And like, a way I can understand that and a way I can't. Would I want to watch my girl fuck another guy? Absolutely not. Can it turn me on to think about her just being like in this dirty porn situation and just sexual? Sure. Because I love her and I'm attracted to her. To actually see her doing it? Absolutely not. So I could never go that far.
No, your mind is fun. It's sexually stimulating.
But I don't know how to take this stuff.
That's what fantasy is, but that's also what the past is. It's nothing more than a fucking vapor cloud of what was, you know? So you probably shouldn't dwell on that.
I know.
You're just trying to find a way out of the good.
Yeah, you're looking for some way out of the good fucking life you're having.
Yeah.
Because you're so used to being miserable, and you deserve to be miserable. For some reason, you don't feel you deserve happiness.
Yeah, that's what I think
and I don't know why the fuck you would think that.
You don't like every other human. You don't like yourself well enough.
Was there torturing of little animals growing up?
No.
Is there something in your past that would lead you to not want you to
there
be
is
happy?
one other possibility.
Maybe
you just know, because it's true, that you don't deserve to be happy because you're a bad guy. Maybe you're just a bad person.
Maybe you're just an asshole.
No, I would say that someone disappointed you.
I think you're right.
In your formative years, something that you're looking forward to, and you just got to take
to
it
manifest
away from
into this would have to be a pretty big disappointment.
I
Not
think
like
that's probably
missing
true.
ice cream one day.
And incidentally, my only act of bravery as a child was saving a cat from being tortured from the neighborhood bully. I let it out of the box. Yes.
If you flew airplanes and every time you flew one, it crashed. Somehow you survived. After a while, every plane you're going to start looking for soft places to crash. You're gonna start going, at least I could crash in that field and not in that fucking thorny tree this time. So you're looking. I think that Opie's right. Somebody bummed you out.
Do other people deal with this shit though? It's like I know this is not. I'm not so fucking unique.
No,
like,
it's not.
Let's go to the phones. We got a bunch of guys. Josh in Florida. What's up, Josh?
Hey guys, hey Jimmy, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it has something to do with you want them to tell you everything so that you might have something to resent them for.
Yeah.
So that.
Oh, Josh, stop phoning it in. Oh, wait, it's the caller. I'm sorry. It's really the only way he can communicate with the show. So I apologize.
Go ahead, Josh.
That you might have something to resent them for, so that when it goes inevitably it goes south, you don't hate yourself.
I do stuff like this. Like, I'm running through a scenario the other day, and it's completely ridiculous. This is the scenario I run through.
Fuck.
No, but this is how fucking crazy I am.
I do this.
She and I are talking in instant message. And I've done this before. Like, you ever been talking to someone and then someone IMs you? And instead of IMing the person you were talking to, the new IM that clicked on gets the second half of your sentence. And then we came home yesterday. And then you're like, what the fuck? You IM me at the wrong time. So I was going through this scenario that I was talking to my girlfriend, and she's talking to some guy who I don't know about. And then I IM her when she's not expecting it. And I get her IM meant for somebody else, and it says, well, he's going to Sacramento this week. Maybe we could see each other Saturday. And
that could be anything.
Right, so you just make that up, and then you enjoy, and then you get mad at it.
But not even as a fantasy. It's just like the way you run through a race or something. Yeah. You run through something in your head, you play it out. But then all of a
yours
sudden,
comes out into real
emotion.
Actual emotion comes from this fantasy.
It's like Grouch and Duck Soup. Groucho Marx
Thanks for taking my point seriously and fucking relating it to Duck Soup. What's like Daffy Duck said when he...
So he's the president of Fredonia, and he's going to meet the president of some other funny country. And... because they're supposed to go to war, and he wants to, so he says, I'll shake his hand. I'll give him my hand in friendship. But what if he refuses my hand? How dare he refuse my hand? All I was trying to do is be his friend, and he makes a fool of me. How dare? And by the time the guy shows up, he goes, you idiot, and he slaps him in the face and starts a war. I do that all the time. I get furious at shit I made up in my head.
Wow, I get really angry. That is completely fucked up.
That really is fucked up.
But I know it's not real, so I get myself mad, but then the residue is there, like the smoke.
Yeah.
So I have a bad feeling towards her. So
Holy shit, a genuine bad feeling towards her.
You're trying to...
completely made up fucking...
But the emotion is there, and she's told me, she's like, you have these scenarios, and then your argument is to try to make that a reality. And she's fucking really, I gotta say, she's a brilliant person. I can't...
Well, see, that's why I think this is
really
going to work out, because I hear you saying that you guys are talking about this, and that
constantly.
So it's great.
You ever fantasize that she brings two broads over with you? With her and says, here, come on, let's go. And then you have this good feeling about her the whole time, Jim?
Yep. No, like I
she
always
buys
have
you a nice car.
Let's go to Logan. Logan from Texas. What's up, Logan?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Love the show.
I thought it was our Elo who fantasizes that his wife brings home a Sirius. That's his idea of, marital humiliation.
And holds the anger.
Logan is saying that he's sicker than Jimmy. What's the story, Logan?
Okay, I married this girl. I've been married 2 years now. I fucking am sicker than the questions than Jimmy. I fucking make this shit up in my head.
Like what? What do you make up in your head? Give us an example.
I asked her one day if she had ever slept with an N, and she said yes, she had, and now every time, she's a delivery driver for a fucking auto parts store, and she has to deliver to all these auto parts
Slept with a what?
A black guy.
He called it an N?
And then
Did you ever sleep with a letter N?
Yes.
You fucking Sesame Street whore.
Why can't you just say black guy instead of N?
An N. He wanted to be a little more offensive.
Wait, dude, you said, did you ever sleep with a black guy? She said what?
She said yes.
In real life, she said yes.
Yes, I am fucking just... I'm way paranoid. She works at an auto parts store and delivers parts to these fucking mechanic shops, and I think she sleeps with fucking wetbacks and niggers with future floppy necks.
Boy,
How could she
abandon that whole polite end thing pretty quick.
Why would she cheat on such a charmer?
She picked the perfect way to get back at you.
So no, see, that's actually one thing that I don't care about. Like I never asked. Like I asked my girlfriend, did you ever date a black guy? She's like, no. But I never asked her if she ever slept with one. I just don't care about it.
Well, there's your next question.
But no, it wouldn't. Hold on, sir. It wouldn't bother me. That doesn't freak me out. I don't give a fuck. I fucked black girls before. Who cares?
Me either in real life, but I'm just fucking...
All right, enough of this.
Yeah, that doesn't bug me.
Let's go to Bruce. Bruce, what's up? You have the same problem as Jimmy?
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, guy,
hey Bruce. Or you start where you want to start.
Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. I just wanted to agree with Jimmy, man. I got the same damn problem. I don't know what it is, but it's like whenever you're finally happy...
phone call.
What, sir? What?
I just wanted him to cut to the chase.
Yeah.
Tell me.
All right, go ahead, Bruce.
It's like when you're finally happy, you can't stand it. You gotta fucking be miserable again. Sorry, didn't mean to drop the F-bomb.
No, we're on XM.
It's satellite now.
Cock knock.
Dopey ass fuck dick shit.
Yeah, knucklehead.
I used to have these fantasies. Like, I was with my wife once. We got in a fight in the kitchen, and then I went upstairs to put one of the kids to sleep. And as my daughter's sleeping in my arms, I start picturing, I go downstairs, and she's got a knife, and she just sticks it right in my chest. Like, I got this, like, really vivid.
Wow. Funny, and then she was thinking the same thing.
I played it all out like I'm in a flight simulator. I'm like, all right, then what do? I push her hand away. Maybe she didn't kill me. And I throw her in the closet, lock the door.
Wow.
And then what do? I'm bleeding to death. I got to get the kids out of the house. But then as soon as I'm in my head in an ambulance being led away, I'm like happy. Because, like, now everybody knows. It's like the UN's got to come in with blue helmets. Everybody knows now that she's fucking crazy.
She's nuts.
Yes.
It's been proven.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
There's no one that will blame me for not going back to that house.
This is fucking beyond me. The closest I could even come to anything like this is if you have a dream.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more than just having this daydream type thing.
Right.
It's like got a little more viscosity to it, you know? You got a little more to grab onto when it's a dream. Right. And then you wake up for the dream, and for a very short time where you're still in that groggy period, you look over and go, you fuck. You fucking do that to me? But it doesn't manifest into this fucking grudge that you hold on to and a little piece of it. I have to still be in that sleep awake portion of but that's about as close as I could get to what you guys are talking about.
The only good thing is I do get over it, like where I would hold on to this shit for a long time with people. 'Cause I'm really nuts with some of this shit. But like the last time this happened, it was like we actually went home and she's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I was like, by the end of the night, but by an hour later, we were like kissing and everything was good. We had sex. It was great. Like, as opposed to it being a week long. Like, I give myself credit. Like, it's improving vastly.
You're getting better.
Because we communicate a lot. And it's like, I know it's me. She's done nothing wrong. She's not a perfect girl, but she doesn't cheat. She doesn't fuck it. None of it. It's just, I'm trying to find something to fucking wreck it.
You're not just doing, you're thinking about it.
You're making up shit.
Yeah, we got another angle from Charlie in Philly. Charlie, what's up?
What's up, Obie, Anthony, Jimmy, and Louie? What's up, guys?
Hey, man, you forgot fan, but go right ahead, selfish.
Oh, sorry. Jimmy.
Yes.
I've been married 21 years, and I go through all these scenarios with my wife and talk to her. Maybe subconsciously it turns you on, and it actually makes you set a goal to be better than the other guy. I do it to the point where I get so turned on and enraged at the same time. I fuck the shit out of her and just leave her laying there like a corpse on the bed. But it's awesome. It feels so good.
So for me, there's a balance between that stuff. Like, there's a place where I could find my girlfriend being sexual with another person, in theory, and in talk, to be very sexy because I'm attracted to her physically. So I'm a perv. So to think of my girl fucking a guy with a 10-inch dick, do I want to see that? Never. To think about it, like just to see her being dirty, yeah, I can fantasize. But then there's the little invisible line I cross. And it's like, am I doing this because I'm in a silly perv mood right now? or am I trying to hurt and degrade myself and put myself in a place that I'll never come back from? Like, there's a weird thing I do with that. Like, there's sometimes where I'm doing it because it's like, baby, you're very sexy. I just want to picture you fucking sucking a guy's dick while I'm fucking you because you're dirty. And I want to picture you eating another girl. Like, that's the way my mind is working. And then there's other times where I'm like, okay, let's get to the reality is you want to fuck a guy with a bigger dick. Here's a sledgehammer. Hit me with it and I'll never recover.
Shit.
Like, there's a line there and I don't know why I'm doing things half the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where does this shit come from?
I don't know. Could it be the little girl who left when I was a baby? I don't know.
The evil dick.
Yeah,
evil dick. Smelly evil. I hate my dick. I'd love to fucking cut it off and throw it in the dustbin.
I saw it in an episode. You should.
Like to put it in the fucking ash pan.
We go to Arizona.
Yeah,
We go to Arizona for the answer. It's Lindsay. Lindsay, what's up?
Morning, boys.
Good morning. We're trying to help little Jimmy today.
I know, he sounds so sad. I feel so bad for him.
I'm really not, I'll be honest with you, Lindsay, I'm really not sad. I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with me.
You know, Jim, it might have something to do with Monster Rain. I'm just going to throw it out there because, you know, you've talked about it on the show before.
With what?
That was
Monster
Rain.
That whole time for me, I mean, talk about
Never
it.
heard about that?
Monster Rain?
We talk about it in therapy, the Monster Rain?
Well, the whole time, because again, I have a pain-love association. And I talk about it on stage. When I used to fantasize about Kiss when I was a kid, and again, they weren't sexual, my real fantasy about the group Kiss would be, because I worshipped them, that they would come over, and
by the way, this is hysterical.
But
you ever heard this,
I've never heard, no.
But the tragic truth.
Strap in, man.
That they would, but it's not even that weird. It's that my fantasy when I was a
not
kid
weird at all.
is that Kiss would come over and they would beat me. And they would hurt me badly and throw me down a flight of steps. And then when I was at the bottom, devastated and crying, they would come down and hug me and love me and make it all better. And I remembered all through my life, my fantasies of relationships have been, like in high school I used to fantasize that a girl would see me being beaten, like and bludgeoned by people and bloody and somehow surviving it. Like,
yeah, go ahead.
Is that normal?
I mean, like S&M a lot of times seems like it's
not sexual. Nothing sexual.
Like being beat up by guys just beating
but
you.
No.
And she would come over and
love me. It's not about sex. It wasn't an S&M thing.
You want to be healed, but you want the...
that's true. It's not a gay thing. I wouldn't fantasize that men would hurt me, turn me on.
You need the pain and fucking tragedy and just fucking awfulness first,
and then
before the like love and shit.
You know,
that means somebody
because
in his past did something.
That's the first love that you felt was something that came after something terrible happened to you.
Probably.
Somebody hurt you and then somebody else hugged you, and you've never felt comfort like that.
The doctor went to smack him when he came out of the room, and a finger slipped right up his asshole. First breath, he got a finger up his ass.
You were violated, you were really scared by the violation, and then
somebody
this person made it good by hugging you and going, it's okay.
But I was at a dentist once. I have a huge dental phobia. Like, if I need, like, to get intravenous fucking knockout drugs to just get my teeth cleaned. That's really bad. But this guy, I'm fag. One time I had a tooth removed, and the guy, it was horrible, and tons of blood. It was so painful. And then afterwards, the dentist came up to me and put his hand around, like his arm around me, and said, "You okay, buddy?" And like he gave me some kind of drug to make me feel better, and I kind of wanted to kiss him like on the mouth. Like I had a love for this man because he hurt me, and then he made me feel better. And I wanted him to fuck my face.
It is the fucking terrorist hostage situation. Yeah. Where
Don't know why.
After a long time, you build up a relationship with these people, even though they're the ones that are putting you in this
Stockholm Syndrome is called.
Yep. Let's go to Toledo and say hi to Jason. Jason.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Hey.
Hey, my wife is just like Jimmy.
She has a small cock and she doesn't make anybody come either.
Well, sometimes. Thanks, I love you too.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you, buddy.
She dreams these things up that I'm fucking a neighbor, and then she wakes up, she holds it against me. So now every time we're around the neighbors, I'm uncomfortable as hell. I don't know what to do. You know, she does that all the time. She thinks I'm fucking my cousin's wife.
See, I tend to do this. The last time I did this type of stuff was probably 10 years ago. It was with the last girl I was like, I loved Erin when I was dating her, but I wasn't in love with her because I didn't date her. Like I didn't know her as long as I know this girl. Like I loved her.
Mm-hmm.
But this girl I know for years, so I'm like in love with her too. I for some reason didn't do this with Erin, even though I did love her. I don't know why. But last time I did this was for real. Was like last long-term relationship I had, which was like 10 years ago, where I was in love with a girl, and I would always try to fucking find out about her ex-boyfriend. Here's the thing with dick size. I'm fine. My dick is fine. But that's something that is unchangeable. Like, that's why I'll focus on that. Like, because I know mentally I'm a pervert. Like, if you want to be spanked or your hair, I know I can do that. And I know that most things another guy did to you mentally, I can do. That's something that I can kind of handle, and I'm comfortable with that because my mind works well. But cock size is an unchangeable absolute. So if that's got me beat, that's something I can hurt myself with, and I can never change. I can never, ever fix it for as long as I live.
But you should actually take some consolation in that, because it is so absolute and unchangeable that there is nothing you could do about it. So that should make it that much easier to move on from. Do
you like your cock?
Yes, it's fine.
Like it?
What?
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. You know, I called yesterday in the airport. I was so bummed out. I called fucking. Excuse me. I called. I'm sorry. I have to burp like that. I love burping that way.
Oh my God. A lizard burp.
It just stuck out.
That's a good one, bud.
Get that for our machine.
It's like a shark burp.
That's a good one.
I called Patrice yesterday because Patrice and I have the same type of fucking lunacy, and he was good to talk to because he certainly relates to all the fuck. I know he's a disgusting perv, and I also know that he's a vulnerable, weak, frightened nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he's a combination, which is nice. And we talked about it.
He's also black.
Well, I forget that. Whenever I'm asking for advice, I just never look at his color, or I won't take the advice seriously. But no, he made some good sense. We had a nice chat yesterday. But
they're going to be bigger dicks.
No.
And they're going to be smaller dicks.
Yes.
And whatever girl you're with, perhaps, if you inquire, will have been with smaller and or bigger dicks.
Well, I was bugging her one day about it, and I think she was annoyed at me, and she didn't know what to say. She's like, "Look, well, I've definitely fucked guys with bigger dicks." Like, did you have to? I kind of laughed, like, phrasing, baby.
Phrasing is very important.
The word definitely.
Yeah,
was not
it's almost like, hey, Goose, I've been protecting you from this info.
Right. But you're not fucking dressing yourself up in a deer suit.
I know.
Handing a rifle to a hunter, and then when he shoots you, you go, hey.
But no. I'm Harry Whittington, and Dick Cheney shot me, and I'm a little surprised. There's a difference. I was hunting, but I wasn't wearing a deer suit.
Go on TV and apologize that you were shot.
What,
asking
sweetie?
For it.
Did you get a lot of love after your suicide attempt? That's coming in, and I kind of like that thought there.
I will say yes and no. It was more embarrassment, but this has been going on long before then.
When the fuck did you try to kill yourself?
When I was drinking and stuff like that. It was more just slight. Yeah, more slight stuff.
Faggot.
Yeah, I know. It's all nonsense.
Why don't you do it, you fucking...
Believe me, you're preaching to the choir. You think I don't realize I should have had a gun?
But did you get a lot of love after the suicide attempt that you weren't getting beforehand? Like, God.
I would say not really, no, because I was more embarrassed by the whole thing, so I didn't want to. I was like, I sobered up. I was in rehab. I felt like a douche.
Sure.
That was part of the reason I did it, was to get that feeling. But again, it goes way before that. I didn't learn anything from that. That was a behavior trying to recapture something I'd learned earlier, if that makes any sense, like that suffering. Mm-hmm. And I just had a thought, too, about the, I was just about to tell my girlfriend, because she's like, I don't know why you think about this. She's like, this is so much in your head. This is not something she's like, well, I'm not having sex with you thinking I wish you had a bigger dick. I'm happy. I like having sex. And I know she's being truthful.
Is it just the way that you quoted her phrasing? Well, okay, I've definitely had bigger dicks.
It was almost a resignation.
You are like forcing her to say that.
I know.
You want to hear that come out of her mouth? So that you can say, you see, you think my dick's too small. I'm going to go over here and jack off to something else.
If it's a fact, then it's not honest to say it. Like, I said to her, like, let's say that we were dating and you knew that my history was my favorite thing to do is titty fuck girls. And I only like all the girls I've dated, or a couple of girls that had double D tits, and my thing was titty fucking. I love that. Let's say you had A breast, which she doesn't, but I'm like, no matter how much I loved you, you have A breasts. Like, I want to titty fuck you, I'm attracted to you, but I love you, you're great, but that's it. I cannot make that happen because your tits aren't what I need for that.
You're trying really hard. You're like a lawyer
against... But that's not that big of a stretch, though.
Yeah, but see, you're working so hard to find a way to hate your own dick.
I'm actually, but I am in a way working hard to explain it to somebody who thinks it's crazy.
I could get your explanation, but is the act of titty fucking more important than everything else in your relationship?
No.
If it is, then leave the fucking relationship.
No.
If it isn't, then just fucking deal with it and move on.
No, but if she said to me one day, you would like sex better if my tits were bigger, I couldn't deny it and say she was wrong. maybe, okay, no.
You could say, I fucked bigger tits.
I could, but then the fact would be, I like girls with bigger tits. So that when I said that to her, it's almost like if that's required for you, if you really like that, even though you love me and stuff, if I can't give you that, you know what I mean? Like, you'll still love fucking me, but there will always be that little asterisk. The titty fuck thing is not that crazy of an example.
But no, it's not. It's not. But you're never gonna find the perfect everything.
Well, the thing is, you're working in the wrong direction. You're working really hard to just, to say I don't deserve this. You should let the girl fuck somebody who just enjoys the fuck, comes on her ass, and goes home instead of this silliness.
And think of how big your dick looks in between small titties. Problem solved. Small dick, small tits, look.
But do you understand? I don't have a small dick. My dick's fine.
Hey, Jimmy, don't worry. I'm not criticizing your cock. I've seen it. It's beautiful.
No, I mean, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. What I'm saying is, like, I don't want my dick to be fine. I don't want to be mediocre with my dick. This is what me and Patrice talked about. And the way he phrased it, and he was just perfect, was something about he wants his dick to be undeniably big. Like, no matter what country you're in, if a girl sees
like
your
the
dick,
speed of light, like
big.
not even relative to anything else. His dick is so big.
Undeniably big. So anyone seeing it would go, that's a big dick.
Like where it's not so subjective as compared to who they've fucked before.
Right.
Like, even a girl that's fucked big dicks. And that was a great point he raised yesterday. It was very funny. And he made me laugh in an airport waiting for my luggage, which that's how funny he is. I laughed
better
waiting
than
for
him
luggage.
stomping on it.
Always appropriate.
Always.
So that was he made a very good point. And, but that's what I want. And,
wow.
She told me my dick was nice, and I guess that just bothered. It's almost
nice.
She goes, your dick is nice.
She's a woman. She's not a guy. She's not going to say, dude, your dick is fucking awesome.
But that could be said like, God damn, you have a nice ass. Like, when you say that to a girl, it doesn't mean, yeah, your ass is nice. That means that's a great fucking ass.
Nice, gorgeous girlfriend who thinks your dick is nice, and you're trying to find negative. You don't think you deserve it. You don't think you deserve her.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, I know. I can't disagree.
Wow.
But there's also a little bit of validity in what I'm saying mixed in with it, which is what makes it hard for me to let it go. There's some. I'm partially correct.
Only if you're like a lawyer against yourself. You're a genius at fucking yourself.
I know. I'm Johnny Cockside.
A lot of people saying it has to go back to your childhood.
You should fucking join Al-Qaeda. You'd make a great suicide bomber.
Yep.
You just would fucking fuck this, fuck everyone. I'm just gonna fucking blow myself up and other people that think my cock is small.
But I don't.
It's kind of a hack bit, but we should get him hypnotized on the show.
I wouldn't be able
never
to.
Worked.
I was hypnotized once when I went to therapy when I was 19 or 20 or 22. I think I just got
Did it work?
They did it in front of a class because I didn't have much money.
Yeah.
Not really. No, I'm not easy to hypnotize. I've tried it, and it's very hard to get me.
All right, let's go to Lucas. Lucas, what's up?
Hey, first off, I love you guys. You love the show. Bummed about Lucky Louie, but
Thank you, buddy.
as soon as the stores open up, to get my copy of the DVD.
Nice. Thank you.
I got to tell you this. I'm such a dope. I went through the same kind of thing. I built something up in my head so much that I got myself physically ill. I threw up. I called a girlfriend from work one time, and the number was blocked. And I'm such an idiot that once I called, she answers the phone, "Hey, Mike, how's it going?" And I'm like, wait a minute. And I just, such an idiot, I hang up. I get myself all worked up thinking, oh, my God, she's seeing somebody else.
Who's this Mike guy? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. And I'm in the bathroom just dry heaving. I've dumped everything out of my stomach. Jesus. I'm sick to my stomach thinking about this. I got to leave work. I go tell my boss, look, I got to go. I'm sick. I don't feel good. I'm not going to tell him the real story.
Your boss says, what's the matter, Mike?
I'm sick. Yeah.
And you realize that was your name.
You realize, oh my God, my name's Mike.
I'm fucking Mike.
What's wrong with me?
Go ahead, Mike. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike. I didn't know it was going to be a hit, Mike.
So I'm in the car driving home. Oh, God, this is killing me.
We get it. You're aggravated.
Yes.
Move to the punchline.
That's when I realized her brother is Mike.
Oh, all right.
Brother
and
is
I'm
Mike.
such a dope.
She's fucking his brother.
Fucking her brother.
Brother is disgusting.
That's gross.
But I got myself all worked up over it.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, the only thing
How many lights did you hit on the way home? Holy fuck.
I say in my own favor, it's weird, when I was in Sacramento, did I say this on the air before that my girlfriend's family came to see me and didn't tell me?
Oh, no.
Her aunt, her uncle, and her grandmother came to my show.
And they left without saying hi, you mean?
Yeah, and the reason they did it was not to be rude. They loved the show. She goes, they didn't want to feel like they were intruding because you didn't know they were coming. They're like, he didn't want to meet us, that. He was talking to people. They just kind of felt like they didn't want to be intrusive.
Mm-hmm.
And,
so how did you take that?
Exactly like that. They saw my bulge and laughed and walked home.
I can't even talk to a guy with that tiny thing.
He has Ken doll genitals. No. I was kind of glad, like, I'm not doing anything shitty. Like, oh my God, I wasn't panicking. Like, what did they say? Like, it was like, why did they come up and say hello? Like, I was actually kind of annoyed. Like, I wish they would have come up and said hi. So, like, I'm not as fucking nuts as I used to be, and I do kind of figure this shit out, but why do I do that stuff?
I think you're working on it in a very healthy way, Jimmy.
I really think, like, you talk to her
fact
about
that, you're talking to her about it is huge.
And here's the thing, Jim, what I would say is
like, your cock's huge.
This thing you're doing, it is part of you. It's not like, you can't change what you're like. If that happened to you, if something happened to you when you were a kid that makes you do this when good things happen, it's just part of you. It's not wrong. And if she's listening to it and taking it and she still loves you, then you guys will be all right. And you'll always have that in your relationship that you'll keep going, yeah, but if a black guy came in here, gave you $2 million, would you kiss his dick and then call me an asshole? Well, technically, yes, I would, Jim, but...
Fucking bitch.
You hate me now. Yeah.
But she's never done anything that indicated to me she wasn't happy. Like, she doesn't do that. It's not like I'm picking up... I ask her enough questions until I get what I'm looking for, which is that feeling. It happens right below your neck. It starts like in your throat and it stops above your pube. It's a thickness. It's a heaviness. My therapist told me that you're
anxiety, sadness. It's like
anxiety attacks. No. It's not anxiety.
No.
But it can be. It's like that feeling. Like it's sadness. It's like you have a weight.
Do you know of the feeling you get when someone dies that you know? It's a tangible feeling.
Yes.
Yeah. It's more than just an emotion. It's a physical feeling. You're feeling this.
Especially when they die in front of you with your cum on their face.
Right. Last words.
And you don't have to
small cock. What'd you do to me?
And you don't have to pay her.
But it's that type of like physical feeling.
Yeah.
Do you know my therapist told me, and I just started like a month ago. I'm so glad I went back. Again, it was inspired by my girlfriend. I started to go because we were talking one time. And she goes, "Why? I feel like you're always mad at me. Like, what the fuck? Why?"
Who said that?
My girlfriend did.
I thought you said you were a therapist.
No, I had this anger.
What the therapist?
I had this fucking
Why
anger.
are you mad at me?
For so long, man. It was fucking. The anger was wrecking my sobriety.
Jimmy, you've been holding your feelings back. Why are you doing... Dr. Melty.
So fucking. My therapist told me, "You're just trying to feel something." Because I live in a fantasy world, man. I never realized how much I fantasize until I'll hang out with my girlfriend, and I will actually mime a conversation to myself in my head with her right there about I'm going to have with her. And she catches me moving my lips.
Holy like shit. Dude, in your head.
Fucking Bob Kelly yelled at me one time. What the fuck are you doing? You're nuts. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, you're fucking talking to yourself. You're with me.
Oh, my God.
And he was right. And I told her that, and she loves Fat Bob for doing that.
That's a bad example. I'd rather talk to myself than to Bob.
Of course.
Yeah.
But I'll fantasize that I'm talking to my girlfriend about something while she's sitting right there. And she caught me again yesterday, and I'm too embarrassed to admit what it is.
You can't face reality, which is she's sitting there and she's there for you. You can't.
I want to dissect
You're
him.
making a fucking. You're making another situation inside the same room where she's fucking with you and you don't deserve it.
My therapist said
amazing.
You just want to feel
really
something.
Is amazing.
That's amazing.
Well,
but you want to feel something. There's plenty to feel. You got a great girlfriend.
But you know,
how about feeling happiness or love and fucking like excitement and.
But the fact that you're suffering this shit might mean you're working through it. It's like people that say pain is the feeling of weakness leaving
pain
your
is
body.
the touchstone to all. Pain is the touchstone of all spiritual progress.
That's not what I said.
No. I was trying to make it sound like a dummy didn't say it. I'm like, what did you say? You know, pain equals joy eventually. No. My fucking therapist said to me, what did she say, man?
She said, die of AIDS. Small dick fucking Christ.
No, that was
worst patient I ever had.
No, we were talking.
Really, doctor? Is that your prognosis?
No, my therapist said to me, she goes, as I'm talking to you, I have no sense of who you are.
Wow.
And I'm like, what do you mean? But no, she's really sharp. She's like, I'm listening to you talk, and I know I'm telling her the truth. I have no sense of what makes you tick. It's almost like the sexual stuff is so distracting, and I use it to constantly distract and focus away from myself. It's fucking lunacy, man.
I'm trying to figure out if I know Jimmy, now that you've said that.
I don't know.
Like the therapist, it's only been a couple of weeks, right? So it would kind of be hard to, figure out a person in a couple of weeks. But now I'm trying to figure if I, know you more than just we sit here and do a show and then, an occasional phone call and stuff. Do I really know what you're all about? And I don't really think I do. I don't, because it is a lot of the, that bizarre sexual behavior and this weird thing that you're talking about now with the relationships and stuff. So it's I gotta get to know you a little better.
I'm a good guy.
He likes Starbucks coffee.
I know.
I do.
That's what I know.
Skim milk.
I know the way he takes his guy. I know his Sabbath and
know
stuff.
facts.
But this is more that I've learned more about you during this one little conversation than all the years I've known you.
Well, yeah, it's
because it's giving a little more insight into
he likes
who
warm
you are.
dumps on his chest.
No, never a warm one. It's always a solid. Although
a nugget.
Boy, I'm not going to go any farther than this detail.
I'm very optimistic for you, Jimmy.
I did remember recently when I was very, very young that I was smelling somebody's shit.
Oh no!
In an abandoned house. Somebody had taken a shit.
This is it.
And
this one thing
a very
that's unbelievably
vague, weird memory of leaning over and smelling somebody. I mean, again, I was as young as you can be because I remember the abandoned house in Edison. We used to hang out in where I found my first pornographic pictures. And I just remembered the other day
smelling someone's shit.
They were of himself.
Somebody's shit. It might have been my own. I honest to God don't remember.
But it's not.
Wow. If it was mine or somebody else's.
One of my earliest memories.
Dude, I don't know. I don't remember.
On a giant cock.
Right.
No. I don't remember. It wasn't it wasn't sexual and I didn't see anybody's shit. I don't remember.
But this is an actual event that happened?
I just remember smelling it.
Oh, wow.
And not like an animal in a weird way. I don't know why I did it or what it did for me.
One of my earliest memories was being in Mexico City at my grandmother's house, and it's a huge Christmas dinner, and I'm in the bathroom, so there's just voices of 20, 30 people in the other room. And I thought that, I was a little boy, I thought boys pee standing up and poop sitting down. So I'm pissing and I have to shit too, and I'm standing there and I just shit on the floor. And so I gotta clean it up, but instead of taking toilet paper and picking up the shit, I'm gonna try to wipe it up. So I just smear it fucking all over the floor and the walls.
Stupid kids.
I'm like a fucking Irish famine, guy. Fucking hunger strike, dude. Just shit all over my face, all over the toilet and the walls. And then my uncle walked in and said, "Oh my God," and
jerked off on you.
The thing is, my memory is that he washed my hands and said, "I'll take care of this." And let me alone. But part of me wonders if one day that's going to snap into what really happened, which is that he rubbed his dick in the shit and
that
suck it off or whatever.
You've covered it into this. You were shitting, they were outside thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are times you figure you got to think. You're like, wait a minute, am I remembering this accurately?
Yeah.
I was young, and this, that.
Am I editing out many mouth fucks?
Yeah, what the fuck?
The story.
All right. Hey, Jessica has a question before we take a break here. Jessica, go ahead.
Let's scare Jessica to death.
Hey, what is going on? Jimmy was supposed to be at the DC Improv, and I just found out the show's been canceled. I'm terribly, terribly upset.
Canceled? They got a comic with a bigger dick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fan. To refund my ticket.
No, so what's happening, sweetheart, I'll be honest, is I'm shooting an hour HBO special. I don't know exactly when it's going to be or where, but it may not happen there, but I am fighting to have it done in Washington, D.C. And that was why the Improv was canceled.
Yourself.
Yes, for the special. I'm fighting to do it in D.C.
You are, Jessica?
I feel wonderful inside, all warm and fuzzy.
We couldn't leave the D.C. Improv hanging until the week of, so we have... Again, I may not even be able to do that, but it looks like... but that's what we're pushing for.
Yeah.
We couldn't wait anymore.
my heart.
Thank you, sweetheart.
All right, Jessica.
Bye.
Why don't we take a break and get into some other things? Did we help you? Or
just
talking out help yourself?
I
don't know. It's I don't know if it helped
stuff.
or hurt. It's the truth, though.
It's just what it is.
Jimmy's happier lately.
I am much happier.
That's another thing I know about Jimmy.
Much happier.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
I feel much better. But my act is improving.
So get rid of that happiness.
No,
what are you doing with it?
It makes the act better, because I was fucking gonna just obsessively work yesterday.
Battle of this shit cunts inside of your body.
Yeah, you're right.
All it is.
It makes your act better. Do you have like a big foamy Muppet puppet now that you use up there? And
yeah, his name is Sadie.
Sadie. Get us out of here.
The Norton and Faggot Show. That's what we should call the program.
I know how to handle cock. All my cocks got in.
iPods, corn on the cob, smoothies, egg white omelets, bagels and seltzer. Never. Starbucks apple cake. Absolutely. And rollerblading.
White cocks, black cocks.
Two fruits.
I know how to handle cock.
Not only do I know how to handle cocks, I love doing it.
All right. Louis C.K. in studio. Lucky Louie on DVD. Today you can buy it in stores. Oh, yeah, we got the E-Rock and Bill UFC bet.
Ooh.
Loser gets a Brazilian wax.
That's an ass waxing.
A Brazilian wax live in the air, and the winner gets $500. E-Rock and Wild Bill will bet on Anderson the Spider Silva.
Ring. Banana phone.
What are you using, Stingray? Windows 95? Now I gotta take abuse from the Pal Talk people. I wouldn't get Vista. You couldn't pay me to use Vista. What are you, one of those Windows 95 guys that call a tech and go, I don't know, it keeps crashing. How about you upgrade?
Yep.
What's wrong
People upgrade. They said the same thing about fucking XP. Yes, Windows, it's buggy. It's fucking buggy. I'm gonna be patching the shit out of it. There's gonna be crashes. There's gonna be things will happen. But you have to move to the next operating system. It's the only way these fucking computers stay up to date. These tech guys, ask any tech guy that works for a company.
All right.
They fucking hate it because they go in and people are still running fucking 98, Windows 98, and they go, I'm having a problem with this. It's like, fucking upgrade, you dumb shit.
What's wrong with Vista?
Hey, it's fucking brand new, dude. You're gonna have all kinds of shit.
All sorts of bugs.
If I have shit, I'm not putting it on every machine, first of all. And I'm gonna see. And if patches come out, then I'll fucking put the patches. At some point, you're gonna have to upgrade, and you sit there for 18 hours while every patch for 2 years fucking has to download.
All right, let's go with this.
Oh, I hate people.
We gotta get this awful. We gotta get this bet out of the way. So we got E-Rock and we got Bill.
And then next week I'll be going, fucking Vista, I want it returned. I gotta fucking fucked everything up.
We gotta get this bet out of the way. So the loser gets a Brazilian wax and the winner gets $500. They're betting, it's Anderson the Spider Silva versus Travis Lutter. This Saturday, February 3rd on pay-per-view.
Okay.
Also on the card, Quentin Rampage Jackson versus Marvin the Beastman Eastman, and the UFC debut of international superstar Mirko.
Oh, he's fighting. When is this?
Cro Cop.
When is this?
This Saturday, February 3rd on pay-per-view.
This Saturday, February 3rd. I unfortunately will be in Houston. Mirko Cro Cop, I have been fucking obsessed with since Dumb Rogan talked about him. And fucking, I don't put that in my head. Now he's all I want to watch. And the first Cro Cop...
Yeah, but now that you're doing more besides having sex,
it's...
Dude, you know, you got these things to look forward to, Jimmy.
Let me tell you something about fucking Mirko Cro Cop. Rogan was right. This guy is gonna fucking beat everybody in the UFC.
Really?
He is a machine. I watched... The first clip I saw of him, he got knocked out. Like, he got beat up badly.
Well, he does sound like a contender.
Well, that's what I'm like, this guy's not that great.
You're really talking him up there,
Jim.
You
really got an eye for talent.
These guys all are so good, these fighters, that like any of them, if you make one critical error, it's like a chess player. One great chess player can lose to another one on, and
you're right. That is, it's not like boxing where there's this dominant guy comes in. The dominant guy can just get one punch, boom, he's fucking on the ground.
Yeah, like, cause these guys, if you make one technical error, they armbar you or they knock you out. Yeah. And the second time Cro Cop fought the guy, he choked the guy out in like the first round. And so I watched a bunch of Mirko Cro Cop. I think is short for Croatian cop. His real name is like Falanapik or some shit. He is fucking devastating. And I was worried about Liddell because I love Liddell and I like him on a personal level, but I'm like, Jesus, can Liddell beat this guy? But they're in different weight classes. They probably won't have to fight.
All right,
really?
This Saturday on pay-per-view.
No, that would be
we'll see what happens.
Cro Cop, watch fucking just for Cro Cop. This guy is devastating.
All right.
He's devastating.
All right, how's this bet going to, how are we doing this thing? E-Rock, you get...
I don't care as long
choose?
as E-Rock gets fucking wax up his asshole and all the hair ripped out.
Absolutely. I'll put it on with my dick if you want, Eric, for old time's sake.
For old time's sake. I'll hide it behind your ass.
Well, I know nothing about UFC, and apparently I don't get the first pick on the bet either.
Oh, right. How was that decided?
That was
popular demand.
Why is Sam happy? Sam is happy at the prospect of E-Rock's misery.
Anytime E-Rock's in here, Sam's happy
He's just
because
smiling.
he knows he'll be degraded in some way, shape, or
What sucks
form.
about the videos of E-Rock? They're all shaky because Sam is just laughing.
Sam's laughing.
As he's trying to film.
Yeah, looks like E-Rock's in an earthquake every time there's a video. on.
Looks like Hepburn's home movies in the last 5 years.
So Bill gets to pick?
Yes.
Who's heavily favored?
I'm picking Silva.
Why?
Because he beat the shit out of Rich Franklin, who was 3 years reigning champion, and he's from Pride, and all the Pride fighters are better than the UFC, and they're all coming here now.
Yeah, but Pride, what is Pride? What is Pride, Bill?
Pride is the Japanese version of UFC, but it's more international.
Where's Crow Cop from?
He came from Pride to UFC. Crow Cop's probably the second best fighter in all of mixed martial arts. The best fighter in mixed martial arts is in Pride. His name is Fedor. And he's still in Pride for now.
Okay, that's the Japanese one. Now, Fedor is what nationality?
Russian.
He's better than Crow Cop?
Yep, he beat the crap out of Crow Cop.
You are so done,
Yep.
E-Rock. He really knows his fucking
All right, E-Rock,
UFC,
what do you
man.
know about UFC?
Not a thing.
There's got to be something.
Chuck Liddell was in the studio. That's all I know.
No.
What a fucking girl.
Oh, boy.
But then you're going to make a bet where you get your ass waxed if you lose?
I was pretty much told you're in this bet.
Why don't you
and Bill
just have
gets
your
first
Why
pick.
don't you just have your ass waxed?
Yeah,
might as well just cut to the
Knock
chase.
out the middleman.
You should wax it the day of, so that when you lose and pull your pants down, people will go like, it's already fucking waxed.
That's right. What you want to do is take a disgusting shit and not wipe that good. So
very
whoever
good.
waxes to smell your fucking reeking crack.
Oh, just waxes off a big fucking brownie.
All right, it's pronounced Travis Luter. I don't know this shit either. So so you get Travis Luter,
I guess so.
and Bill gets Anderson
Travis.
the Spider.
This guy's name is Travis. What kind of a man could he possibly be?
Exactly. Comes in, he hits the guy with a purse like Ruth Buzzy.
Thank you, Mr. Torrance. All right, so the bet's in. We'll see who wins. And what are we doing the waxing on Monday? Okay, the Brazilian wax will happen on Monday's show. Ooh, can't wait.
Hey, Bill, who in UFC is going to beat fucking Crow Cop?
No one. Absolutely no one. And the heavyweight division of UFC is not that strong. They got that guy Sylvia, and he just really sucks.
Hey, can I get some Crow Cop video on demand?
Go to YouTube. I
Go to
watched a
YouTube?
bunch of it.
Yeah, all effects on
Fucking
YouTube.
the guy, he
Alright,
doesn't.
cool.
He's fucking. His feet are awful.
Really?
You've never seen any. I mean, you have karate guys, but his feet are. He's fucking. And he's devastating.
Wow.
He's a devastating man. Like
I watch that shit like with a love-hate thing going on because I love to watch it and the action, but it's so painful to watch. You're like, how could? Oh my God, that's a human being, and he's elbowing his fucking nose in.
Like, I think Crow Cop would beat a guy. Who's the tough guy? Chuck Zito. Chuck Zito from the Hell's Angels.
Yeah.
He's a tough fucking dude. And I think Crow Cop would make short work of a guy like that's the level of fighter he's on. Like a guy like Chuck Zito, I look at and I go, it's incomprehensible to have to fight that animal.
Right.
But a guy like Crow Cop is in a different world than he is. Like, not that he would beat him as easily as Zito would beat me. But, like, to look at a man like Chuck Zito and have no fear of him and to know that you could, like, that's the fucking type of guy he is.
That's where he is.
It's a world you can't comprehend. Like a guy like Crow Cop, he would smash Mike Tyson in a real...
What's his big move? Kick?
His feet, everything. He can box, he can wrestle.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's a fucking mixed martial artist fighter. But his feet, Crow Cop's feet, are... devastated because he gets really close to you and all of a sudden whap, there's a foot in your face. I
love that
he
shit.
prefers to kick you with bare feet. That's his problem solving. It's to take his foot and to barefoot plant it into your forehead.
Oh, so he could do that thing where you're boxing, so you're close enough to be boxing, and then that foot comes up like a clock hand, like the big hand on a clock. Oh, I've seen that.
How
It's
about somebody comes in here and just looks him up on YouTube?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's say hi to Don in Indiana.
Hi, Don.
As they get the video ready.
Yeah.
What's up, Don?
Hey.
Get Don on the phone.
Hey, I got a poem for you.
From the Princeton House in New Jersey?
Wow. No, I'm from Indiana. Hold on a second.
Let me bomb, sir.
Oh yeah. Hey, you guys there?
Yes, sir.
Speak.
I had to get outside because I was in a office in there.
Nobody
so they
cares.
couldn't hear this poem.
Oh, I was wondering.
So, I'm out of breath, too. I was running outside.
Oh, God. I hope you're okay.
I hope you're going to be all right.
Take your time, please.
Okay. What else is going on?
I hate to have this call end abruptly.
How's your heart rate from your mother's cunt?
Hold on, sir. I'm thinking about your cholesterol.
Hey, listen to this poem. I wrote this poem about my ex-wife.
All right.
And, all right, listen.
Okay.
Thanks, Jerry. It started out like a real lovey-dovey poem, and then it got real south.
Go ahead, sir. Let's go. I hope you fall through the ice.
Freaking your death is going to be awesome.
It's called I Miss, and it's about what I miss about my wife.
If there's a part of it where you shoot or drive at her and miss, I'm going to bite Louie's face.
Thank you for writing a poem about me. I miss. Yeah.
I miss the companionship of a woman, the relationship that is woven. And it goes on down here in the good shit. It goes, I miss the precious golden band and the touch of your feminine hand. I miss your sensual touch of your lips and the grinding sensation of our hips. I miss your dripping pussy around my cock and the screaming, oh, please don't stop.
Cock and stop don't rhyme, sir.
You know what, sir? Your poem makes me sick. It sucks nigger dicks.
Why are we doing this, Don?
Hey, come on, man. I miss your finger knuckle deep in my ass.
All right.
We get it, sir. It's dirty. It starts lovey and it gets fresh.
Rubbing together before nips are hard and spewing in your mouth.
Rhymey, dirty.
Sir, I don't know. I can just tell true stories that are worse than this.
This is horrible. This is, if I may make a poker analogy, this is like chasing a hand.
Yes,
we saw that we had a shitty opening hand, but we figured we're trying to catch cards, and nothing's coming out.
And he's still reading his
Nothing's
poem.
coming out, and I'm still in it, and we ended up pot committed, and we had to fucking listen to the whole thing. Well, I'm folding.
Yeah, the river card came, and it was a bomb.
Give me a chance.
Let's go. All right, maybe we're too harsh, right?
Get to the punchline, which we're hoping is a shotgun blast.
That's right. Go ahead, Bud Dwyer. Finish your poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. Get back. I'm taking this out of a bag, you.
He added you to rhyme. I like that, Jimmy. It was funny, but it also rhymed.
Can I finish?
Yes, sir. Sorry. Go ahead. Go.
Right.
Finish living, please.
I miss our tits rubbing together before nips are hardened. I miss spewing in your mouth and then begging to be pardoned. I miss sucking your toes and licking your nipples and keeping in rhythm when our waterbed ripples. I miss the greasy feel of your full body rub and the fisting and the fucking in the bathroom on the vanity and in the tub. I miss...
You stink on an incomprehensible level.
This still goes on.
My post.
Oh, he thinks this is funny. How many people have you bored with this?
You know it's good? I'm understanding that anger Jimmy was talking about that goes from your neck to your pubic bone. Like, I'm feeling that same feeling. Thank you.
Because this guy's a sociopath. He doesn't understand how awful this is.
He seriously would like to...
It's what, awful?
I want to get fucked in the ass by a man who has AIDS so that I can get it and give it to you.
Well, sir,
it would be worth it to get it so that I could give it to you in your mouth.
I'm going to help Louie out.
Your poem can. Your mouth is so much better at drinking AIDS cum than saying poetry. You ought to allocate it to the right skills.
It's awful, sir. It's not entertaining. It's not funny. It's not ironic. It's not clever. You're rhyming dirty words.
It's just...
It was good until you guys...
Oh, yeah, it's us.
We fucked it up.
Right,
we fucked it up.
Thank you, Don.
Hey, it was good.
Shut up. No more calls from Indiana. Indiana's call-in privileges revoked because of your resident Don.
Let's get the Tyra on before we get out of here.
Let's do that.
Tyra's making a big deal about a picture that was in the tabloids. What was it?
Too old
Crow Cop highlight on YouTube. All right, you want to do the Tyra thing or what? And then we'll get out of here. She was on Larry King talking about that dumb bathing suit shot that the paparazzi took of her while she was on vacation, and everyone's laughing, saying, wow, she's a fat pig.
Yeah.
Supposedly she gained like 30, 35 pounds over the holidays. Well, Tyra, she can't stand that.
So she went on Larry King to talk about it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So then, I guess on Thursday's show, she she gets the actual bathing suit and then puts it back on and goes, do I look fat?
Sure she did.
But it's obvious
Sure
that she...
Who cares?
It's obvious she got her body back in shape and maybe got a smaller version of the bathing suit is what she's doing.
Yeah, first and foremost, you're right. Who fucking cares
Jesus.
if her ass got fat and then she... But the fact that she got so upset about it...
Ugh. She's gonna waste everybody's fucking time. Fucking vain.
What a shallow jig.
Fucking vain. Happens to be black cunt.
Right.
What a shallow, self-centered pig.
Right.
Coincidentally, insignificantly black, stupid cunt.
What a fucking self-centered non-white.
Here we go.
So your weight fluctuates all the time, then?
It fluctuates, around 10, 12 pounds.
Were those pictures embarrassing to you?
You know, it wasn't that it was embarrassing because I don't think it's a reflection of what my body is right now, although I do think one day it will be a reflection of my body because I like to eat. I'm not obsessed with working out. So it wasn't so much of an embarrassment. It was just like, what is that? And
so it's a big fat ass.
It me because I felt there was such a rejoicing, but I think I understand it. For so many years, I was this high fashion model and, putting this image out there that's so difficult to live up to. And so then these pictures come out and it's like, oh, wow, look at her. Gotcha. And it's like, no, that's not a reflection of my body. But if it was, I'd come out and say, yeah, you guys, that's me.
How do you dodge the fire hoses and German Shepherds?
There's a war going on. That was on CNN.
Wait, I didn't hear what Ann said. What
did you say?
It's out of touch Larry King. How do you dodge the German Shepherds and fire hoses?
Like Larry never knows. He said the other day, President Kennedy on his show. He's totally out there.
I hear Rubenesque girls are in these days. We'll be talking to Ruben on tomorrow's show.
He thinks that she's on his show because she was trying to get into a college and fucking Wallace stood in front of her. Fucking asshole he is.
So you're going to buy your freedom and then what?
So that fat ass. How does it fit in the back of the bus? So, Harriet, tell us about your railroad.
Is that what Harriet Tubman did?
Yes.
All right, thank God.
Very good.
That one up.
Don's back. Don.
Yeah.
What's the point of the poem?
Oh, man, I was out of breath and I couldn't read it very well because I was running down the steps.
It wasn't about...
Wait. Why are you... No one has asked this yet. Why do you want to read a poem on our show today?
Well, because I wrote it in regards to my ex-wife, and a lot of guys said it was funny, and they
What guys said it was funny? I want their names, and I'm going to have their funny bones revoked.
You making different voices for your own benefit.
Yeah, what guys said that was funny?
You like my poem? Yes, I do, Don. It was great.
All right, give us one more line. Or
one more, a funny line.
Or a stanza.
The big laugh.
Give us the best line in the poem, the one that you were like, wow, this is the best line.
Well, if I read it from the beginning.
Stop it. Listen to directions, sir. We only need the line that you feel is the best line of the poem, the one where you wrote it down and went, holy shit, that's funny. Give us that.
Okay, how about
Oh, I hope he's still reading out of breath.
You dumb fuck.
A fucking smoker. He lives in Aspen. What a douche.
More Tyra, Larry King.
And for them to say, all these negative things, I have a show, the Tyra Banks show, and so many girls that do have that body or that are even heavier than that, look up to me and they say, Tyra, you weigh 30 pounds heavier than those models that are on the runway right now, and you make me feel beautiful. I look at your body and I feel beautiful. So when the tabloids are saying that that's ugly, that's disgusting, it makes me think of my audience.
Oh, what a...
Oh, my God.
Hey, that's kind of a backhanded compliment.
Oh, you smelly whore.
When they tell me it's ugly and disgusting, makes me think of my audience. You know something? We feel the same way.
What a self-centered woman.
Rancid cunt.
Isn't she a fucking...
I hate her so much right now.
She's not doing this for her
She's
audience.
inspired her fat pig audience.
She can't bear bad news.
Right. She's a fat pig. Can we please somehow... We're on commercial radio in New York as well.
Yeah.
Please get the word... Tyra's a fat pig.
Tyra is a fat
Can we
pig.
send somebody... Where's her show taped? Is it New York?
Just the fact that she thinks I have to go on CNN during a war and respond to people talking about my weight. Who cares if people called you fat? You're on TV. You're fucking rich.
You're black. You have blonde hair. Let's discuss that. Dennis Rodman. Jesus.
She obviously can lose the weight without much of a problem.
You got a finger, don't you? Jam it down your throat.
Yeah.
Thinking about my audience.
Bulimia.
All righty.
Why let tabloids bother you?
You know what?
They go.
They come and they go, but I think that I have a responsibility. I've dedicated this part. The first part of my life was about myself. How many magazine covers can I get? How many fashion shows can I walk down? You know, how many this, how many that? But this next part of my life is not so much about self-gratification. It's about me using this platform that I have, this talk show that I have, to encourage young women.
Wish that
Larry,
platform
I have
was a
women
gallows.
crying their eyes out to me, telling me that they want to hurt themselves because of how they look, because they're getting talked about. So I felt like I needed to say something.
Does she really believe
All
this?
you're saying is, I'm not fat.
Yeah, she's saying
doing
she's not
the
fat.
opposite. If she was to go on Larry King and say, they're calling me fat and I don't
I'm
care.
getting fatter. She should be getting
glad they
fatter.
Think I'm fat. Who cares? It has no value to me as a person. But she's saying, I am not.
I'm not fat.
No, she's showing that there's something to be ashamed of being a slightly
And by the
under
way,
10 model.
she has a second show called, what, America's Top Model or whatever it's called?
Yeah. And it
it's all
completely
about just
judges
showing how hot-
women on their bodies.
Darwinist selection of people according to their fucking flesh, which is fucking evil and cunty. And
holy shit.
She makes me hope America loses the war because she's inside of America. I hope Iraq beats us.
You know what'd be great?
I hope we can become part of Iraq because I hate her so much.
If her car caught fire and then her whole face and head and neck was burned, and she had to talk like, you ever see a burned person where it just looks like a kernel of corn nugget. Like that's what I want her to have to talk like, with a blonde wig, slightly askew on her head, trying to do her show. Honey, because she has no lips and her teeth are just showing.
You call this fat?
Oh fuck! But I mean, that's what I want that shallow, personality-less pig to have to suffer with.
She is completely going against. Here's what she did. She was in the tabloids with a fat ass, a picture, in a bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what? She then gets called fat and gets upset. She loses the weight and gets the same type of bathing suit to say it's the same bathing suit. And she's now skinny again in that bathing suit. She goes on Larry King, talks about the fat picture and how it inspires her fat listeners who cry about their body type, at saying that it's not a bad thing, yet what she has done is lose the weight because it is a bad thing.
Yeah, she is. She's teaching girls.
What the fuck is she doing?
She's helping girls think that if they have any fucking meat on their bones, they're pieces of shit.
Right.
And she's right.
Lose the weight because you'll be called fat, and instead of saying, I'm fine with my body type, bow to the pressure, do whatever it takes to lose the weight and get back to the body everyone loved you for.
You know what she should do? If she really has self-respect, she would have addressed this on her show. You know, one segment she would have said, they're calling me fat, they have a bad picture of me. Look, we all take crappy pictures. I mean, if that's what they're going to focus on, who cares? They're shallow. And then went on with her show.
You
then
go,
her message
girl,
would be
after
real.
the applause. Oh, would they have
But that would have been real.
Yeah.
Like that, look, it's an awful picture, God almighty. I actually
she said, you know what, I gained a lot of weight, and there's my ass, and I had a great time gaining it.
Yeah. I was
so
eating
what?
and drinking. Look, I'm swimming in a beautiful blue waters down.
Hey, Ian Bernardo, not to change subjects really fast from American Idol, you know, Gloria.
Yeah.
He's on the run now. I guess he's on my pal, Brother Weeze's show, trashing us right now. Anyone in Rochester that could tune that in
What
real
is
fast
that
for us?
fucking faggot trashing us
I'm trying to find, get to the bottom of that.
Enough.
All right, back to Tyra.
You're done.
Hopefully somebody in the Rochester area could tune in WCMF.
Suck a cock for me.
Here we go.
Oh, not me.
Now, according to people, your biggest source of figure angst is your bust size.
Yes, it
Do
is.
you have a large bust for a fashion model?
Yes, even when I was a fashion model, I was around I feel so strange talking to you about bust size.
Does the master of the house ever suckle them after you've been in the field all day?
How much do you cost?
You got good childbearing hips. Can I check your teeth?
Why did you spit in Sandy Duncan's water?
Large bust for a fashion model?
Yes, even when I was a fashion model, I was around I feel so strange talking to you about bust size right now.
Do you really? You fucking liar.
Because it's like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
I'm a white man. I could have you shot for that.
Okay, dear.
But when I was a model, I was around a C cup, and now I'm a little bit bigger than a D. I don't like to say what it is,
So you would not be a Vogue model today, right?
No, there's no way. I don't think. No.
Double D tits and fat, dark manhole covered nipples.
Yeah.
Like to suckle them and then kill her.
Nice. I feel weird talking about bust size. Okay, I'll just call them tits.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be funny if he tried to improv and he goes, well, who are you, Nancy Reagan?
We'll be back. Or maybe not.
Why don't they want well-busted women?
Well-busted women. Well, you know, when I was a fashion
busted.
What's that?
Broke?
Yeah, exactly. Or is she a criminal who got caught?
Larry King.
You're busted.
Larry King's got a tit fetish.
I know.
That's great.
She opened the door and now it's all about the tits.
But
I love your bosom.
Yeah, why don't they like
tit? I got.
I was just going to say, I was going to call her a chesty Negro.
A Negro.
Why don't they want well-busted women?
Well-busted women. Well, you know, when I was a fashion model, high fashion model, this is like 15 years ago, certain designers would bind my breasts down with ace bandages.
But why? Why is that?
Because it didn't fit the clothes. They made clothes that were a certain size and it didn't fit my chest, but yet and still they wanted me in their fashion show, and they wanted me in the show so bad that they bound my chest.
You're so great. Right.
African-American waste of cum.
She's just the worst.
Is she still on XM?
Yeah,
I heard her show stinks. Can someone, look, do we have any listeners in L.A. who know where her show is that would be willing to stand outside with a sign that just says, Tyra's a fat pig?
Tyra's a fat pig.
Just hold it up with
a big, have a big bucket of cum and a sign that says, none of this is for you.
It's got to be hung over. It's got to be hung over the freeway.
Yeah.
For everybody to say.
He's a fat pig.
Get that done. Oh, we got POWs out there. So
yes, we do.
Bucket.
You're right.
Maybe some one of the POWs out west will.
She is just so self-centered.
Oh, what a self-important.
Well, here we go.
I'm a little lost. Wouldn't most women desire a curvy figure?
You know,
curvy good?
1850.
You know, the sad thing is, I used to speak at colleges. I was on a college lecture circuit, and I spoke at Johns Hopkins and Georgetown. And UCLA,
you belong at Johns Hopkins.
Various other colleges. And I talked about how the female body goes in and out of fashion, the different types of bodies. In the 50s, it was Marilyn Monroe, you know, curvaceous, size 14. In the 60s, it was Twiggy. You know, she was very, very thin, naturally thin, but very, very thin.
Fucking bench.
And in the 80s, it was more athletic, and then the 90s was kind of heroin chic. And then now it's even beyond that. They were calling Kate Moss skinny in the 90s. These girls are way skinnier than her.
Yeah, that's hot.
Way to bring it home and sound like a college lecturer.
Like a
way skinnier.
sack. I like girls that look like a sack full of antlers.
I love that line.
Just fucking clavicles. Clavicles and shoulder blades.
Pushing them into a hole in black and white film.
Oh, fuck.
What'd you say?
It looks like a bulldozer should be pushing her into holes in black and white. Oh, is that horrible? That grotesque music playing.
Well-dressed townspeople throwing them in a hole.
Crying and throwing them in because the army forced them to.
Hey, we got a timing issue. We got a timing issue here.
Damn it.
For the 11 o'clock hour, we want to replay the bottle rocket incident. It's 55 minutes long.
Sure. The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Wow.
We decided to do this and then trying to figure out heat shields and how it's going to work best. E-Rock's got that together for us because we played that little clip earlier.
I'm going to be interested to listen to this because this went out over regular radio.
Oh, yeah.
And what we got away with back then was just unbelievable.
And we also play it today because coming soon to the show, less than 10 days, So Your Pussy's Got Talent. Next Thursday.
So Your Pussy's Got Talent.
9 days and counting.
I cannot
So Your Pussy's
wait.
Got Talent.
Any new ideas? Quickly, anybody?
Deadline's tomorrow, though.
Deadline is tomorrow for new ideas.
Do we have any ideas?
I got to brainstorm. Oh, Danny has the best one.
What?
Danny has the best idea, and if he could work this out, it's a winner. It's one girl, one vagina. Not a bunch of vaginas competing against each other. It's guys coming up with ideas. What do you do with a vagina? He said a Rube Goldberg type setup where a marble falls into a funnel and hits a teeter-totter and a boot hits a domino and the final thing is her just laying there and a finger just goes, a plastic finger goes into her pussy after this whole big extravagant Rube Goldberg contraption works.
Yeah, he's working on it.
How great is that?
How funny.
Great, especially if he makes the pressure way higher than she thinks, and the finger goes in really far.
It just shoots up to the womb.
But she should be part just the middle of the thing. Because the thing with Rube Goldberg was that it would always do something like just turn on a light switch. So the finger going up her pussy should make her jump, and
her
then the top
jump
of her
a
head
little.
makes a mouse run and chase some cheese or whatever it is.
And the light goes out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
All right, so
once you poke through her asshole into something else.
Just so she's part of a circuit.
Yeah, she's not even the payoff.
No, not at all. The finger going in her pussy is just one of a long chain of boring events. About as important as a boot hitting a domino.
God damn. I never even thought of that. But that's perfect.
All right, listen, we got to wrap this up so we can do that. So we got line of the day, and we start with the runner-up line of the day.
Woo!
Thanks to BowDogFight.com. Here's runner-up line of the day.
Why don't deaf people always lisp?
What?
They always lisp. Why don't they know that?
Because they're all gay.
Because they're all
They are. It's just a weird coincidence. Two strikes by God. Deaf, gay jerk.
Louis C.K.
I never knew that either.
Lou, you going to do a show for us on 202 on Saturday night?
What is it? What are you talking about?
We just give, people shows.
On Saturday?
Yeah. Could be an hour. Could be
Down the
whatever you
road.
want.
Oh,
Sure. This Saturday.
Yeah,
we'll give you a couple hours and do whatever you want with it.
That would be a lot of fun. I'd like that.
All right,
Thanks
we'll figure
for
it out.
asking me.
Because people are asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are asking, so we'll figure it out.
People digging the Louis.
A Saturday down the road, it'll be just you in here with whoever the fuck you want, doing what you want to do.
Thank you. I'd
All
like
right?
that. Appreciate
And let's not forget Lucky Louie on DVD starting today.
I might go buy it after. I never bought a DVD that I'm in.
Yeah, that's what we should just go do impromptu signings. Just go into stores.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
People who don't
Just
like
with
the
us.
show.
See if anybody gives a fuck.
This is us, you fuck.
Yeah.
Buy it. Like, really threaten them.
Yeah.
Be really
You want that
threatening.
signed? Like somebody's just looking
You
at
want
it, not
this
even
signed,
thinking it.
right?
You want that signed or not?
Sign. Now you got to
Get outta
fucking
here.
buy it.
Yeah.
And the store be like, what are you doing here? We're doing a signing. We didn't know. Yes, we're signing this.
This is us, asshole. Just take over it like a fucking
You're
crime.
fired. As if you have any rights in this.
All right. Go to BowDogFight.com, see what they're all about. They sponsor Line of the Day.
Yes, they do.
And here it is.
Here it is.
Here comes
Line of the day?
Nope.
Line of the day. I knew it.
Line of the day.
All that was going through my head is, these people are normal. I would say here.
If her parents knew, you know what would have been going through her head? A hanger.
Yes.
Just buried alive.
And they end with the new Jim Norton burp. I love it. The flappy burp.
I will say, I know it was last minute, but an honorable mention had to have been given to the fucking black and white footage. Being pushed into a hole. It was just too last minute for the boys to put it together. Can I hear the burp again?
You got the burp? That's got to end every line of the day now. We'll move on from the David Caruso Who scream, Roger Daltrey scream. All right, hey Louie, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Louie,
go out and get Lucky
thank
Louie
you
on
enough.
DVD.
Great.
Thank you. Love being here.
Fucking fun, man.
It's more fun than my marriage. I'm very happy.
With that, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Later, man.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Gut busting, ab crunching.
Boy, how bad can it get?
Have you seen a man eat his own head?
Yes.
Now you'll get used to it.
Anthony spent $300 on fags.
Ass clown.
This is the freakiest show I've ever been party to.
It should be illegal.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
You guys suck!
Oh, that talk is crazy.
Line of the Day is brought to you by BowDog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.